here. I'm not sure. Let me just get my closed captioning working here. Things are updating in the background. I mean, my system updated 2 days ago.
Edit instance, okay. Load of mods. I'm turning Optifine back on.
Okay, so
have anything that should be turned off here.
Oh, bye, Darkosto. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, bye, Darkosto. Hello, Mommy Bell. So we've got some issues here, but I'm sort of plowing through them. Apparently, with this last Windows 10 update, everyone, it resets a bunch of things. So you're going to have to tell me, Cities, if you can hear Gerbil in the background when he speaks.
I'm just thinking, we did have some mods that we disabled. That all my mods are checked as on here, so I may have turned some mods on that aren't being used.
You hear him? Great. Okay. Thank you, Cities. You've left some mods on that we haven't disabled, but I don't think that
I knew we disabled mods. I'm not sure whether I deleted them from the instance or just disabled them, but all the mods that are in the pack are enabled. I don't know why I would have done that,
but I don't think that should affect things.
Pangea general chat. Let's go and have a look and see.
We're getting a lot of stuttering, Cities.
DC integration.
No, so today's Saturday. Let me just change this. But we're getting stuttering in the game. And then I'm finding that what I've done, we turned off the Optifine. And I'm kind of thinking now at this point that whatever happened in that Windows 10 update, it borked our graphics. That's what I'm thinking now at this point, and I don't think we can control it. It's making it hard to play the game because it's kind of making us sick to our stomachs. And yeah. But let me just, I'm going to open up the game again. Hang on. Just updating what you see up at the top so that it reflects what's actually happening today. So I'm hoping that both Gerbil and I don't end up like doing what I did a couple weeks ago, which was, I'm feeling really sick to my stomach right now and I've got to log off. So it's very strange. You'll see, you guys, when I actually go live.
Edit this one.
I don't know when I updated NVIDIA last. I'd have to check. Hang on. How can I do a special guest? Is it MokiYoki? Moki? Like. Loki? Oh, Gerbil. Some of the kids are really picking up on the Aussie language.
Oh.
It's really cute. It's really cute. Is it MokiYoki? I want to make sure that I got that right.
Didn't you say it was MokiToki or something? Moki.
Not to imply that Moki's username is slang in any way. But I just thought it was funny because the kids have been getting, they've also been doing a lot of, one of my students who's in Alberta, was it her or was it Starboy? Starboy, was it you? I'm not sure. We're actually learning some extracurricular words in their reading class.
Oh, okay.
Which was fun. Okay, so what I'm trying to do now is just double check and make sure that I've got Moki's name right. Oh, your math teacher is Australian. Oh, Starboy, I didn't know that. That's cool. All right, so that's where you're hearing it from. And you're also going to start hearing it from Gerbil. Your houses look good? Awesome.
I just had a look at
Still
the
setting up,
latest
guys.
version
Sorry.
of the mod pack.
MokiYoki.
Just to make sure that I had the same version of all the mods, and I have all the same mods. So I don't have anything in there that shouldn't be in there, and I'm not missing anything.
Okay. MokiYoki.
Although the 1.5 version of the mod pack comes with Optifine pre-disabled.
So we've got snow on the ground here, which is not typical for us here on the West Coast. And okay, I think I can go live. Hang on. Let's see if this works. All right. Now, I'm not getting the stuttering anymore. Snow everywhere. Your snow melted? Yeah, I guess as soon as you move away from the ocean, it can either be colder or warmer. And in the summer months, it's warmer. And oh, wait a second, that doesn't work. Never mind, I didn't say that. Let's go collect some eggs. Oh, I did stutter. I'm stuttering.
Thread fatal. Minecraft/thread task executor error executing task on client.
What?
Okay.
Forge
version check blah 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 outdated.
Is it Forge? Oh, Moki's with us already.
Oh, it's going to. That's the thing. They don't bother making
Hello.
They don't bother making any of these things.
Huh?
Why? What's wrong with Java?
It's -3. Is it? It's not Java. I mean, look, you guys, we've been playing this game now.
I'm getting a not responding thing from Windows about Java platform.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, so lovely having you, Moki. I wasn't sure that you were going to be on until about 3 o'clock. What time is it now? We've been troubleshooting our game.
Yeah.
But you haven't had any issues logging on, so that's awesome.
I mean, I'm pretty tech savvy, so anything that goes wrong, I'm pretty good at fixing.
Awesome. I would assume so, since you are the mod dev behind Genetic Animals.
I am.
Lovely.
I came on last night just to get a feel of things.
Mm-hmm.
But it was only one night, so I haven't even got to breeding any of my animals myself.
Oh, okay. That's so what I can do is I am going to just op you so that you've got that. And you can move around. Oh, hang on. So you can move around a bit more easily. to give you guys a little bit of an overview of what we've got, both Gerbil and I worked at pulling together this particular map and this mod pack. It was kind of a knee-jerk reaction of mine to what was happening at the time in my middle school class. So this past quarter, we're actually working on the quarters rather than semester. It's like a quarter semester rather than just 3 semesters at school. I had challenged the kids to build a small EDU-based mod pack in Java Edition. And you know what they did?
Made a really big one?
So some of the kids just made some really big mod packs. And then some of the others just ended up pulling all of the mods that they really, really liked. And they were building like these old 1.7.10 mod packs and 1.12.2. And I was like, no. That's not what I'm after. So I ended up creating this game, and then we just played on it. So and that's when I discovered genetic animals, which is really, really I was thrilled when I found it.
It's the full science, really.
Oh, thanks, John, for the raid. So Pangea is literally one continent. We used a mod called Terraforged that let me build a terrain or, a solitary continent of... There's a lot of stuttering still, Gerbil. We're having troubles with our game right now. It's really strange.
Yeah, and I've got my graphics set to fast as well. So.
You do?
Yep.
Yeah, so
no matter how much I turn down the graphics, it still stutters.
It's not stuttering for Starboy.
For you, I don't have to look at your screen. I have to look at mine.
But then why is it stuttering for you and me, and it's not stuttering for the kids right now? I'm just not understanding this. Yeah. So Gerbil's in Australia. And you're also in Australia, correct?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
Because it's your summer, and right now it's our winter here in Vancouver. And also, so in the reverse part of the world, the upper part of the world. So when, if you wanted to, you could teleport to me. I'm far north, quite a bit further north of Spawn. It seems like we have populated the lower half of the continent, and have been doing a lot of building in Create, building factories and windmills and ways to process ores that are kind of new, thanks to that particular mod. And I ended up having to leave the lower half of the continent because a lot of the animals are kind of extirpated from that area now. So
well, I picked the area that I did because it is covered with animals and lots of interesting variations.
Really?
I'm swimming in chickens over here.
Oh, you are?
Rabbits.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how about if I teleport to you?
Hi.
What's that? The server saying hi. Yeah. Hi, server. I know who you are.
Could you ask the server if they can have a look at the console?
Can you look at why?
Yeah, I'm still getting
Gerbil
skips.
and I might be flickering. Oh, what's the word? Having issues with stuttering. That's it. Oh, he's saying the server's lagging a bit? What? It's the client, says Cities.
Oh,
Yeah,
sounds
I've even got my performance tab on the task manager open, and I'm not going above 70% memory or 30% CPU usage. My GPU is still only at 25%, so...
Whoop, here I am.
sorry.
That's okay.
Oh,
I was just collecting so I could make a melon farm for the chickens.
it's definitely lagging.
But if you...
I wonder if I have any melon.
Oh, I have melons.
Oh, you do? Okay. No, well, Cities, our world generation has generated already. Like we've pretty much pre-generated unless someone is out in a boat somewhere right now. If anyone's out on a... My Discord is really quiet. So I have to move this mic closer to myself. Okay, is that better? Is that better, Caleb? Thank you for being in the channel also to check. Lava. Oh, that's funny.
So, in 1.16, I've fixed this slow following that some of the animals do.
That's right. That was something that I noticed last week, right? Oh, you're right. Look at these birds. Oh, they're beautiful. The birds that are here are so much prettier. Look at that.
So the jungle biome is basically the natural habitat of chickens. So in any jungle type biomes, the animals, the chickens at least, tend to spawn as their wild type.
Okay.
This isn't a wild type here, but you do see them around. So, but the white ear, the black patterning, the gray legs, the smaller single comb, those are all wild type.
Okay. That's
so
cool.
I'm going to use a hole pin because I don't have any fence yet.
Oh, a lot of kids do that. A lot of the kids will end up doing that, and I can, let me see, do I have anything? I could give you some of the upgraded fence that I've got.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to bring them into there.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it'll work as a capture area because we don't have to worry about although I need to move the dirt block. Because I don't have to worry about closing the gate behind them. I just shove them in.
Okay. One thing that I did learn the other day was that if I wait until nightfall and they're sleeping, I can then push them into enclosures, which I love. Worked out really well.
It is a really handy trick.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's a male, so you can see by shift clicking on them. I mean, I'm sure you did that by now.
I have figured that one out now. So shift clicking on an animal will tell us if it's male or female. Lava, you're not being hacked. It's okay.
You can also see...
Where's another animal I can check? Oh, that's a cat. Now, you were saying you're going to feed your chickens watermelon.
I'm going to feed them watermelon seeds.
Okay.
Because it's just a really easy way to make a lot of seeds, I think.
Oh.
There's I found one of its siblings. So, groups that spawn in the world are actually family groups. So they're going to share characteristics between them. I found the sister.
Cool.
So yeah, you might notice that anytime you see a group, they'll have a lot of the same traits. They'll have similar coloring.
So I just have to shift right click it.
Yep.
Oopsie. There we go. So it's female.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, nighttime.
So we also have another mod that is a part of our game that was originally written for Tarek wrote it for us. I think it was last summer, or no, the summer before, called Moonlit Mobs. So mobs, the hostile mobs only spawn in when the moon is full.
Yeah, I got to experience that when I was trying it out last night.
And it really helps. Yeah, it really does help us focus on whatever it is that we're working with, like whatever mod we're working with, rather than having to deal with the nightly onslaught of our Minecraft mobs. So that has been pretty cool. So cities, we did reboot. We rebooted just before we started playing today. Yeah. I'm not seeing any stuttering though. Gerbil, are you seeing anything still?
I'm not on.
You're not
on anymore. I'm doing an experiment.
Oh.
I am opening up my vanilla Minecraft launcher. I'm going to log into a couple of servers on vanilla to see if it's doing it there as well.
Oh, okay.
Let's do
okay.
I found a silver and a bard.
Ah, okay. So here is a question I'm sure others have been wanting to ask you. Do you have chickens in real life?
I have so many chickens. I'm sure you'll be able to catch some of them honking in the background.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I have about 60-ish hens and about 20 roosters.
Ooh. So how do you manage all those roosters though?
People give them a bad rap, but honestly, roosters are probably the sweetest of them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, my roosters are all really well behaved, and they, they're just real sweet boys.
And then
really
you don't, so you keep them well separated from the hens. Then I take it, or
oh no, they run together.
Really?
Every day. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
They're really sweet.
Hello.
Oh,
hi.
Is my volume okay?
No, it's very loud.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on.
It's extremely loud.
Hang on, is that
sorry.
Noma?
Oh no.
I think if you right-click me, you could turn me down.
Yeah, hang on.
That's what I'm doing.
Awesome. Everybody's here. Okay. Great.
All right. Testing audio now. Am I a little bit better?
Yep.
Yay.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Well, it's nice to be here and nice to meet you all.
Yeah. Thanks you two for after I extended the invitation. Hang on, let me just get back to my screen here.
Lava Lander says loud but better. Maybe turn me down a little bit more, question mark?
Oh. Okay, so Lava, you could probably turn her down yourself locally. But I think I've set her at the right level for myself. Cool. All right. Nomashawn is in the room.
Hello.
Hey. Noma, which name do you prefer? Because I know you by two different ones.
Oh, Ellis and Murphy are both my first name, believe it or not. I have
Both
one of those double first names. I am fine to go with either. Murphy is the one that I usually use, but Ellie or Murphy are both just fine with me.
So
I
Ellis,
like Murphy. I'm
Murphy's
partial to
Ellis and Murphy, like that? Okay.
Thank you.
We'll call you Murphy.
Yeah.
Murphy and Moki. Now, how do you two know each other?
My friend downloaded the Genetic Animals mod, and they said that I would love it, and they were right. And they sent me a link to the Discord. I came in and offered to help out with some genetic stuff. Not that they really, needed it too much. Everything was accurate when I came in, but I was just so excited. I was like, can I be a part of this?
Right.
And Moki was very wonderful and gave me some ways to help out.
Oh, that's awesome. So, I hate to say this, but I believe we've only scratched the surface of the potential of this mod, both in for educational purposes and also just in understanding how it can impact our game. We have one other mod that I've included here called the de-extinction mod, which also uses a lot of real life genetics and introduces prehistoric animals and dinosaurs. I think who counted the other night? Somebody did. I think 18 or 19 different animals, and the genetic variations that we might be able to create there. One thing that really caught my attention that Moki has done is we can now, that's how you breed. So you were just breeding with...
Yeah, so you just wait for them to lay an egg, and those eggs will be fertile. If they haven't bred, then the egg's just breakfast.
Okay. So my understanding is we can recreate a lot of the real life breeds that we see in domesticated chickens, pigs, and cows. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is. You should be able to make almost any breed that you can conceive of. I've covered most things.
Wow.
The only thing I don't have is silky feathers. They technically have the
silkies.
genes for it, but
right?
I can't display it. I've been fiddling around with making a separate renderer for it, but
trying to get different traits to show up. Excuse me. Different traits to show up, and having to make models for them and all the art. I've been told it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I have about 330 separate textures I've made for chickens.
Whoa.
And they all layer together, and they actually end up making... I think it was like 200 or 300 billion possible textures that they could have.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Visually unique ones.
Okay, so this is also kind of reminding me of our tropical fish in the game and how we have, there's only about 5,500 variations we can get with tropical fish. But
did you see the experience point that came out?
No, I did not.
Well, you picked up an experience point.
I did.
Yeah. So if those eggs are fertile, they'll drop an experience point. Same as when you breed animals normally, they drop experience. So if you pick up that egg and you throw it into the pen, it'll hatch a chick.
Okay, so if I does it have to hit the wall, or do I just throw it in? I just right click it in?
Yeah, just throw it like you normally throw an egg.
Okay.
That's how real chickens hatch, right? Is you just yeet the egg really
yeah, exactly. Look at the baby!
Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah, don't try this at home.
Brooding and incubating AI takes a bit of extra work, and we've only recently implemented inventory stuff, so...
Okay.
May I teleport to you? My in-game character is low on food.
Oh, are you here? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes,
hang on.
No, it's okay. I am none too good at programming, so it's TP, and then how do I get to you?
There you go. Now you can TP to.
You might need to tell her which order, or one of us is going to get teleported.
Yes, it's the
there.
order that always messes me up.
Okay, so I'll just
Just in your
I'll
name.
teleport you here.
Oh, thank you.
Mm.
Yay!
That's great.
Oh, look at how
So-
cute they are.
Oh, they're adorable.
Oh, they're lovely. Oh, I fell in. Oh no. I'm in the chicken pit. Help!
So the interesting thing with these two is the father here is I believe he's split for silver and gold. That's on the
Okay.
that's on the sex chromosome. So he passes his two genes onto his sons and his daughters. This
Okay.
female here, she's pure silver, and she's also you know how males with humans are XY.
Mhm.
Well, in birds it's reversed. So she's actually the one that's XY, but they call it ZW or ZW. So
Okay.
males are ZZ.
May I give a quick rundown, just very basic introductory genetic stuff, so that people who are having a hard time understanding might be able
Yes,
to better
please.
follow what we're saying? Okay.
Murphy is far better than me.
Yes, please.
Oh,
Yes,
no,
please.
you're great. Be nice to yourself. Shut up.
I'm good at remembering a lot of it, but I'm not
Okay.
good at walking people through the
Okay.
steps. I have a lot
It's
of
okay.
assumed
Well,
knowledge.
I will give a rundown, and if anything comes up that you're saying that sounds like it might be difficult to understand, I will just break it down. That's my job. Is I work with non-biologists and help them understand biologists concepts.
Okay.
So I'm a freelance biological consultant. So I work with writers and game designers to like understand.
Oh, you do. Okay. Cool.
I'm going to bring us more chickens to play with.
Oh, yes, please. That would be fun. So, genetics is the study of heredity, which means it's the study of how traits are passed on from parent to child through, biological reproduction and their cells. In everyone's cells, there are these things called chromosomes,
Mhm.
which contain information. Similar to a computer code, our bodies contain a genetic code that tells our body, like a computer reading a code, what parts to build and how to build them. So when we talk about genetics, there are what's important to understand is that the word gene has two different meanings depending on the context in which we say them. And so when we talk about genetics in a professional scientific setting, it's
Mhm.
important sometimes to distinguish the difference between one type of gene and a different type of gene, or the different meanings that gene can have.
Okay.
The two words you're probably going to hear us use a lot are locus and allele. And I think a really good way to think about it is to picture a library inside of our bodies. So in every library, there's a whole bunch of books and a bunch of information. And in the same species, because it's different between different species, but within the same species, the library layout is the same. So the science fiction is always in the same section, the mystery is always in the same section, etc. And that is in our bodies like the information for the shape of the nose and the eye color. Well, it can be multiple places. A lot of traits have several genes associated with them. Generally speaking, they're in the same locations between individuals of the same species. Does that make any sense?
Yes. Yeah. That
Okay.
really.
Yep. When the RNA in our body reads that information, it knows which shelf to go to get information about a specific body part. So the location of that information is called the locus. The locus is the location. That's, I think, an easy way to remember it. And then the information that is actually there tends to be different between individuals. This is why some cats are black and some cats are brown with stripes. The information that is there is unique. That's called the allele. So the shelf, the section is the locus, and then the information, the book that's on the shelf, is the allele. And some animals, some traits
Mhm.
are located on what are called sex chromosomes, which help our bodies to determine the parts that they grow sexually.
Mhm.
And what that means is that some of those locations are different between males and females. So, for example, you may have heard that tortoiseshells, the type of cat, can only be female. This is not entirely true, because there are some individuals who are exceptions, but generally speaking, a female cat has 2 X chromosomes, which means that they have 2 different versions of this shelf, because you have in your body your maternal and your paternal chromosomes, which you receive from your mom and your dad respectively. So you have 2 copies of everything. Is also a very important point to understand, is that there's 2 libraries, there's 2 different shelves per thing. You get one from your mom and one from your dad. When you have same chromosomes, 2 X's, that means that sometimes those books can disagree, and you can get things like a fun pattern, like you get a tortoiseshell because one book says black and one book says orange. But with a male cat, which has X and Y doesn't have the same shelf. So there's only one book to read from. So the cat can either be black or orange. There's no disagreement. What Moki was saying is that chickens are different from mammals in that they have different sex chromosomes. So it's the females who have 2 different chromosomes, and therefore their books can't disagree because there's only one.
So is it only chickens that are, or is it birds in...
Birds in general, are flipped.
Okay.
I believe Moki was also saying that they are ZW instead of X and Y.
Okay.
But Moki knows more about chicken genetics than I do and is more qualified to speak on them. I'm so used to mammals that chicken sex chromosomes always mess me up whenever I'm trying to do math.
Okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
My knowledge doesn't go any further than humans.
Oh, really, Gerbil? Yeah, I guess so, right?
The interesting thing about the tortoiseshell cats only being female, it was used when I studied molecular genetics.
Oh goodness! Wow.
As an example of because being mammals, most mammals, the females will have the 2 X chromosomes. And I know at least in humans that in females, one entire X chromosome in each cell is silenced by the exist gene. It's basically methylated, so it's not transcribed. Otherwise, women would make too many gene products having 2 X chromosomes, because you don't need 2 full X chromosomes, because men only have 1 and we do just fine. But the thing is, it's not the same X chromosome in every cell. So it's just random which one is methylated. And they've said that was the reason that tortoiseshell cats exist, simply because it's just a different gene expression in each cell, and so they just get this random pattern of fur colors.
Yes, and the timing that they turn off is also somewhat random, and so it's actually impossible to clone a tortoiseshell, or at least extremely unlikely to clone a tortoiseshell to be exactly the clone you make would look different because of exactly what you're saying with the different X's. That's always a very fun fact to drop on people, is to tell them that you can't clone a tortoiseshell.
Oh yeah, you can have two cats with identical genes, and they won't have the same fur pattern. They may be similar.
Because the X's will turn off differently, like you said. Yeah, it's really cool.
But even with tortoiseshell, when they cloned the cat, they had the mother. They had Cece,
too far away.
Whatever the mother was called, and they looked similar. And people thought, no, they're not clones. Somebody's just like gone and bought a kitten that looks kind of similar to the mother, and said, look, it's a clone. They look kind of alike. It's like everyone was expecting them to look identical because they were genetically identical, and they don't realize it's not quite how genes work.
Yep. Genetics too also doesn't account for things like environment. So people can grow up very, very different depending on how they're raised, and genetics are a very small, insignificant part of personality a lot of the time. Sometimes very significant, it depends, but another very important thing to remember about genetics is that it is not the end-all be-all of who or what a person is.
Of who we are, yeah. Ha! I wish I had known that all these colorful birds were in the jungle a while ago, because these are really beautiful. Look at these birds, you guys.
I love this little one with the checker pattern. He looks like he's in jail.
Yeah.
They're
at that.
also
in jail for bird crimes.
They're also in savannas and
they are?
swamp or marshland.
Marshlands.
Yeah, the
And
swamp,
we
swamp's
do.
interesting because you get blue eggs there as well.
Oh,
Where?
I keep
Where do we get
falling
blue
into
eggs?
In swamps or marshlands.
Okay.
I never remember which they're called.
Okay. We have bogs. We have biomes of plenty here. And the one really cool thing is your mod is actually respecting biomes of plenty. Because we've got, I don't know, how many more swamps do we have? They're called swamps? Okay. So it's like, it's crazy cool. I mean, we've really, Gerbil and I have really pulled together a pretty cool little pack here. I'm very pleased with it. I mean, we've had our problems, but yeah. So, so with the possibilities that we've got with these chickens, what are, you had mentioned that we can now breed not only realistic breeds, well, everything except for the you were saying, which is hard to reproduce. It's a very popular bird here. What was the silky? Yeah, the silkies are so popular here. Why is that? Is it because they're a smaller bird?
Or, I mean, they're a chicken with fur, basically. It's hard not to love.
Crimes against silkies, says Honeycombus. Yeah.
I actually have a lot of my flock is actually made on silky genetics. I'm developing my own breed though.
Are you?
Just because, well, I mean, I'm a chicken genetics enthusiast. I can't help myself.
Okay. But you're doing exactly the same thing in Minecraft. So it's like, it's this amazing marriage of real life and Minecraft. And I know that there are some of my friends who are developers at Minecraft. I think they would be completely thrilled to hear about this. You know, I'll be sure to let them know.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Yeah.
I do need a job, so
yeah.
Got anything.
But this is crazy, you guys, because also you've not only wrote the code for this game, but you also designed the textures, right?
Yeah, I did the textures
and the models,
a lot of the code.
Wow.
My partner actually did a lot of the technical side of Java. I mostly wrote the stuff that determines everything you see. So if you see it, I did it.
Okay.
If it makes it work and keeps it from lagging your computer, my partner did it.
Okay. Lovely.
Yeah, so I picked some interesting ones here for teaching purposes. So this orange one here, the orange color comes from having 2 gold alleles on the gold locus, I guess you could call it. And without it, he'd be silver. Or if he had only one, he'd be yellow like this one here. And I've crossed him to this barred one, and her barred coloration actually comes from the barred gene, which is also on the sex-linked location. So these chicks that they make we should be getting gold females that don't have any stripes.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, okay.
And we should be getting yellow colored males that have stripes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, Honeycombus has said, yes, the blue earlobes are super cute. They're so soft and squishy. The walnut comb is also adorable, and they deserve so many kisses.
Yes.
That's great. I know that here in the city, we're now, well, it's been a few years now, but we're allowed to keep backyard hens. And I think we're allowed to. So people have been getting creative in the birds that they own and care for and that lay for them. So it's we see some of these colorful triangulations of birds too. So it's pretty cool. Let me see here. So I wanted to ask you another question about this. Can we actually force grow them with seed, or do they just grow?
I think you should be able to. The version you're using is a few backs.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
not perfectly certain. But I think at the very least there was a config setting that you could force feed seeds to make
Okay.
them grow.
Okay. I wonder
might be
if I
wrong.
did. Oh, no, there we go. Particle effects. There. It's happening. It's growing. The bird is growing. Oh, imagine if this was real life.
It happens instantly. It's like you're stuffing it with seeds.
I know. Is it nighttime? Oh, it is. Okay.
Looks like it.
There you go.
The fact that this one is still yellow colored is really interesting.
Is it?
It must mean that mom has some sort of dilution, because this one has to be pure gold, yet it's female. So
Okay.
yeah, interesting things pop up all the time.
So another set of words that are sometimes important to remember that might come up now that we're getting into the nitty gritty of these individual chickens is when the parental chromosomes, when the alleles on the two different shelves agree, when they're the same, that's called homozygous, and when they're different, that's called heterozygous.
Okay. I think I've heard those words.
Yes. They're fun words to say. I think that they just feel nice on the mouth. Heterozygous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make you sound smart.
Yeah.
Right, that too.
Sound smart.
There's
a great speech that an astrophysicist did that was just making fun of biologists for coming up with such big, complicated words for things that I found very funny.
Oh.
Sometimes when they are two different alleles, hello cow. Sometimes when there are two different alleles, sometimes one of them wins out and only that one gets read, and that's called dominance. And the one that doesn't get read is recessive.
Right.
And there's sort of a hierarchy when a locus can have more than two alleles. There's sort of a hierarchy of which ones get read and which priority. Sometimes they both get read, and that can result in codominance, which is what we see with tortoiseshells, in which they have a pattern, or incomplete dominance, in which they sort of like they are low opacity on top of each other. So if you picture like two flowers and a red flower and a white flower, if they have a baby and the baby is patterned red and white, that's codominance. But if the baby is pink, that's incomplete dominance. And if the baby is just red or just white, that's just plain dominance.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Very cool.
Moki, yes. Thank you. Moki was talking about this little fella having a dilution somewhere.
Okay.
On an unexpected.
The most common example of dominance you can think of is eye color.
Oh.
Yeah.
Eye colors in humans. Because in order to have the blue eye phenotype, you need to have two blue-eyed alleles.
Yeah.
Murphy can parkour. I saw that. Yeah. You can parkour.
They can jump around and parkour. I thought it can get very complicated, but yeah, it's generally a very recessive, and blonde as well is generally very recessive, and that means that it is, you have to have two of them, just like they said.
Okay.
Things that are
hey Megan,
very, very hello. Sometimes things are reliant on multiple loci, which is the plural of locus. Locust in the plural of loci. It's funny, yeah. It's a silly word.
Caleb, your cow.
Somebody just said in chat that they said they have blue eyes, but not both of their parents.
No, I thought he said both of his parents did. What? Oh, really, Lava?
Yep.
Oh.
Because if the parent has they can have brown eyes, but have a brown eye and blue-eyed allele, and the brown-eyed allele, the brown gene will exert dominance over the blue-eyed gene. And so you can still pass, if you've got brown eyes, if you're heterozygous, you've got a brown eye and a blue-eyed allele, you can pass on the blue-eyed gene to a child, or the brown-eyed gene.
When you reproduce, you have the cells that you give to your babies are half of what you have, and which half is random, and it recombinates, it mixes it up. So when you give your baby your cells, you're only giving them half of your information, and then that information mixes with the other parent so that you get two halves make one whole. And then sometimes you both happen to give the half that you don't show, and then the baby shows something that neither of the parents do.
So you've also worked with, oh, sorry, Gerbil, were you going to say something?
Oh, no, I'm just listening and nodding and going,
Yeah. Megan is in the chat right now. She's an author of a whole lot of Minecraft books, and I know that you're working on something right now, Megan, that is highlighting a lot of mods. I certainly hope that you're going to possibly include this. It's called Genetic Animals, and I'm just blown away by it, honestly. I mean, there's a lot of newer mods now. Or no, sorry. The book that you're working on is How to Write a Mod, right? Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, she's got a lot of stuff on the go. But the one thing that I'm really impressed by, and it's almost as if our generation is growing up in terms of Minecraft gamers, but the more and more refined our mods are getting, the more able we are to sort of spread this learning and encourage this kind of learning anyways, with the younger generation. So we have, in this particular mod, I know that you guys were, no mod book at the moment. I thought you were working on one, Megan. I thought that was something. I know we talked about it. But once you do get going on that, I think we need to do something that's sort of like a more modern kind of interpretation of what is out there and what we can do with them, what we can do with these mods. Yeah. Oh, yeah, kind of like that. So you, Moki, you're adding, or you have, can you just briefly tell me what the difference is between this, which is your really 1.0 of Genetic Animals, the mod, and the 1.16.2 version of the mod?
So it's actually not that big of a difference.
Okay.
So the major things that I've done in the latest is, well, I fixed the slow walking,
the pathing.
But also, cows had a lot of inaccuracies because, as you can imagine, people don't write a lot on the genetics of cow coloration.
Yeah, a lot of livestock animals are really difficult to get information on because they're usually bred for production, not for beauty.
Right,
so
right.
Getting aesthetic genes is really, really hard, especially because there are a lot of purebreds. So if a gene is only found in one breed, they don't really cross them over a whole lot.
Yeah, so if you want more of it, just cross the same thing forever.
Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense because I just spoke with one of my classes about that on Tuesday, about the dairy cow, which is the Frisian, what is it called? The Holstein Friesian, which really has been almost forced bred to be a cow that produces so much milk. And that spotted black and white, I think what I had wanted to do, let me just show you guys here, because if you look at the cow in the vanilla cow in Minecraft, I thought there was one floating around here.
There's a cow in here, but he's not vanilla.
Yeah,
So
he's
I grew up in a region with a lot of dairy farms.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, when we went on our high school geography trip to a dairy farm, girls in the class asking where the beautiful black and white spotted cows were. And the dairy farmer said, they don't produce much milk, and these were all
What?
Holstein Friesians, the most boring looking brown cows you've ever seen. And he said a lot of people, when they think of cow, they just think of like the cows they saw on cartoons as a kid, black and white, beautiful.
Yeah.
spotted
Oh, there's
cows.
one over there.
He calls them daisy cows. And he said they're not dairy cows. He said they're not even beef cows. They're just cows that look nice.
Now, ironically, I have allowed these to spawn in this world solely because I couldn't figure out how to milk your cows.
So our cows, the same as in real life, you actually have to breed them first before you're able to milk them. So they need to have had a calf before they can drop their milk or let down their milk.
Okay.
So, man, I love these cows.
They're beautiful. So we need
you in this pit. You cannot escape.
So you actually have to breed the cow, wait for the calf to come, and then the cow will keep producing milk. So she'll only make a certain number of buckets in a day. And as long as you keep milking her, she'll keep producing milk for pretty much indefinitely.
Okay.
So it's not exactly as in real life. It was changed a little bit so that it's
look at the horns on this big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The math I did to make those horns work is.
I was wondering how you did that because all of the horns are different. I mean, they're as you move through the different biomes that we've got here and we encounter these cows, I was always shocked to see a different horn style.
So the number of possible horns that they have is incalculable. It's just infinite.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Did change how the horns are calculated in
the latest version?
I don't know if this version has the latest horns or not, because I did do that before the texture change.
Well, I can't wait to actually build our next mod pack because this mod will be in it and it's going to be pretty cool.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, really, really cool. And then we also have pigs, right?
Yeah.
So cows we could find pretty much every biome. Is that right? Sort of.
We actually so what the mod does is it actually looks to see where an animal's being spawned when the world's being generated, and if the animal is enabled, it'll put ours alongside it. So if we see spawn cow, we'll go add spawning genetic cow. And it just copies all the same stuff.
Okay, that makes sense. You just drop it in wherever the vanilla mobs would normally. Oh, I just grew these. Oh, they're not mature. Oh.
Yeah, that's why they were following. My partner's been working on making herd mechanics so that they'll actually work as a group. It's been looking really well.
Okay. And the pigs, let me see here. Game mode survival. Cool. And we've got pigs. So really we have cows, pigs, and sheep too, right?
Yep. Yeah. And the sheep are
black wool in this server too.
What's that?
Sorry.
He was saying the sheep only make black wool, so
There's a sheep down here.
That's due to the
Okay.
the wild type color that I was told. I don't think it's quite right. I think it should be brown instead.
Right. Right.
That is after
Okay, the cows are
That's
sleeping.
my next target.
The cows are sleeping. I kind of feel like I want to make a fenced area, and I'll put some sheep in here. I thought I saw some sheep on the mini map, but it's not they're the mini map is assuming that the cows are sheep. Yeah. So that's not accurate.
If you have leads, I could go and grab some sheep. I know where some are.
Okay. Let me just I'm just going to switch out to creative and grab some leads. I know that some of the kids do have some leads. One thing, we were having issues with slime. Where are you? There you go.
Oh.
And then what we had to do was we were creating slime through Create. Is that right? Through the Create mod. Yeah, so that worked.
So, yeah, because you guys don't have mobs except for every 8 Minecraft days, so you'd probably have to make it with I think the recipe is dough.
Oh, that's right. It is. Yeah.
Mod, so.
Yeah. We can make dough and lime dye will create a slime ball. Yeah. So that's how we've been doing it. But I think you have to make a mixer to make dough.
Yeah. I was just earlier looking and I was like, oh no, I have to make a mixer as well.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll go and get some andesite.
They're crazy beautiful models. They really are. Yeah.
Create or my animals?
Your animals.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So I was like, yes, you're right. Create does look amazing.
Oh yeah, Create is but that's all about sort of factory related kind of. If you're not familiar with it, it's pretty cool. Are we going to breed some more? Cool.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing that you had mentioned on your write-up on CurseForge, which once again, you guys, is the only place you should be downloading this mod from. I say it over and over and over again. Do not download from other websites. Only from CurseForge, and that is how mod developers can benefit a little from our actual download. Oh my gosh, here I go. So, horses. There was talk about horses.
Yeah, so I'm actually planning to do pretty much all of the Minecraft livestock. So that includes horses, donkeys, mules.
Okay.
What else? I've already done llamas.
It's fine.
Being attacked.
You guys need some weapons, though.
I have nothing.
And llamas
I have 2
too.
bars of food and 5 leads.
Oh no.
Well, perhaps you could try to capture a phantom when it comes down. Just get it on a lead.
Oh my god, yes, I should. He's not getting captured.
There we go. I got that one.
Ride one into the sunset.
There we go.
There they go. Oh, thank you.
There's one more. Oh, 2 more.
Now I can kill.
Maybe if somebody slept, they'd go away.
Oh, okay. I'll go do that.
I think you guys slept. I think it's just those of us that are...
Yeah, these guys tend to remember who's been sleeping.
Oh, no. Well, they're attacking me instead.
That's weird.
Oh, it's fine. We'll just fight them off.
So, I'm actually at a village raiding their pens. The village pens tend to actually have
Got a lot of people online.
Mm-hmm.
You
They
might
tend
need
to have
add
animals-
sleep.
They tend to have animals based on real life breeds that you might see more commonly.
Really? So you've
Yeah.
wow.
So
Okay.
that cow that I'm not good
Huh.
with names. My brain's full of genes.
Oh, the Frisian. Yeah.
Yeah, the cow that came in, that one's based on a Hereford, so I'm
Oh,
willing to
Hereford.
bet
Okay.
that he picked it up at a village.
Okay. Cool. So there are. Another thing that we did that's a part of this game is we've villages will spawn in now between 4 and 20 chunks away from one another. So there's quite a few villages. So to students that are on the game or are going to be watching this as a VOD, if you do travel around to the villages, please don't kill those animals that you see behind pens. Those are genetic variations of our wild animals that are now more similar to domestic, if I'm getting that right. Domesticated.
Yeah, so the goal would be is to look around in village pens for
Mm-hmm.
I guess really extreme phenotypes. So you can find
Sorry,
Oh.
go ahead.
I'll let Murph go. I'm sure she
I should speak up and say that the whole species of this particular all these cows are domestic. What we're looking for is more
Okay.
specific breeds, but the whole species is domestic.
Okay.
Domestication is a very it's usually a very lengthy process, and
Okay.
it sort of speciates and makes either a species or a subspecies out of a human controlled breeding leads to the speciation of
Okay.
a fully domestic species, and individuals who are more wild or who show more wild type traits or who are more less individually accustomed to humans are still just as domestic. They are just feral.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, in the real world, how many cows are actually still considered wild? Would that be something more along the lines of buffalo or bison? Or
Aurochs are the
Auroch,
origin
yeah.
of cows,
Mhm.
and they're extinct.
right.
Yeah.
They are all dead, unfortunately.
That's
And
right.
There have been
my leads broke.
hello. There have been projects, and there are ongoing projects to try to
Mhm.
breed aurochs back into existence in order to graze and assist with environmental things. Because a bad thing that happens when humans take over spaces is they tend to kill all the big animals that live in those environments, and so
Mhm.
people are bringing back grazing species. And aurochs are one of the animals they're trying to bring back, but there's no
Mhm,
way to
mhm.
fully restore an animal who's extinct. That once those genes are gone, they're gone.
They're
So
gone. Yeah.
they are breeding domestic cattle and trying to breed less domestic traits into them, but they are still technically domestic because the definition of domestic is a species that was created by human-controlled breeding.
Okay. Okay. I love the ears on this cow. And it's got the little sort of hump on the back and that curl again on the horns. This is cool.
I love those
Yeah.
humps.
Yeah.
Same. So
Really
those
nice.
are characteristics of Bos Indus, basically. Domestic cattle are made up of, I think, 3, maybe even 4 subspecies.
Okay.
So some of the physical variations you see are pretty dramatic. And as a matter of
Yeah.
fact, a lot of domestic species are cobbled together of a few different subspecies. So chickens, because I love them, they actually come from red jungle fowl, green jungle fowl, and I think maybe a little bit of gray jungle fowl.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
there might even be more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Interesting for cows too. There's actually even today there's 2 different distinct species of cows. They were domesticated twice. There's the
Yeah.
cows that we know of, and then there's the cows that were domesticated in Asia and India, which are very interestingly genetically distinct. You can tell just from looking at them.
And they're closer, because they do look like they're closer to the water buffalo, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure which one's closer related to water buffalo. I would think that they are both about equally related because they descend from. But I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay. That's cool.
They claim that there's no water buffalo genes in cattle.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I've seen said. But
okay.
I've looked at.
I haven't done the research.
I look at Gur cattle. So this is a particular breed.
Okay.
Which is it's a very traditional breed. It's got a very high status in its native area, but their horns and the shape of their head is so much like a water buffalo. I just keep looking at them going like, did they really manage to just pull that out of nowhere?
You can. Yeah, entirely possible.
I mean, yeah. Oh, it's possible. I mean, convergent evolution happens all the time.
Convergent evolution is when two different species, or two different people develop the same traits, even though they're not from the same origin. So look a lot like dogs, but they're actually closer related to cats because they developed a lot of dog traits.
Okay, interesting. And Megan says that she's got a friend back north. Are you north, like in the U.S., right, Megan? Who's saving a herd of Randall cattle. I've never heard of Randall cattle. And then something else I learned today is that the Clydesdale horse is, in fact, there's fewer than 5,000 Clydesdales left in the world. So I think this is very much the reasoning behind it is likely because we have no more use for some of these working animals other than commercially to drag around beer. But so that's kind of cool. I'm really excited personally for your next version of the game, which will include horses. I can see that we have now 4 carrots for Dazzle. Is that correct, John? I think. 4 or 5 carrots now in this stream. So I've got something set up which allows my audience to either give a treat to Poncho or a carrot. 6 carrots now. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then I'll post a picture of Dazzle eating her carrots, usually every day. We own a quarter horse, and my daughter's with her right now down at the barn. We're having to hand walk them today because of the snow, which we normally don't get. Murphy, is it snowing at your place?
Oh yes, I went outside for a walk today. Up past my knee. It is so high. There's so much snow. It's well over a foot.
Moki, look what Moki's brought. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're not kidding. You found some sheep.
Look, white sheep. Oh my gosh, they have no horns.
Yeah, so these are cold.
Oh, they're both male, darn it. Oh, wow, look at this wild combs on these chickens.
So, that's crazy.
Yeah. So these, I think the breed's called, they might be called Dorper.
I'm gonna put one
the sheep?
Yeah.
Did
so
you just
the
share
thing
them?
is that people think that breeds of animals are like this exclusive thing, but you can keep the all right. I'm getting stuff thrown at me.
Yeah.
Thank you. But the thing is that it's just genes and that control all these little variations, and there's something that can be shared between any sheep you might breed them to. People have become really, I guess, misled by they're both male, so they won't breed unless
Oh,
you have
okay. I didn't
omnigender
check.
on.
I didn't check.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
They might try, but they won't be successful.
Right, Gerbil.
They can give it their best shot.
I mean,
It's not going to
in
go
real
anywhere,
life,
but-
sheep try that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Ouch.
But like
Oh, no.
on occasion I'll see breeders that are talking about their one particular breed, and they'll be like, oh, I know that this gene works like this, but I don't know if but it, you know, it's only for this one. And it's like, that's not true. It's for any animal that has that gene. You could even use genetic engineering to take that gene out, put it in a different animal, and it would still work the same.
Oh,
There have
really?
been projects where people have been taking very endangered species of feline, of cat, and giving them to like domestic cat mothers and having them give birth to and raise these litters of endangered kittens just by taking those genes and cloning those babies, essentially. It's very interesting. I'm going to go to the bathroom in real life, and I will be right back.
Okay. And then another part of your, sorry, was that Moki that said that she's leaving, or Murphy?
Oh, that was Murphy.
Okay. So in your mod, you also have these growing plants, growing daisy, growing allium.
Yeah.
What is that about?
So it's an unimplemented feature, but
okay.
I'm sure you've noticed that when animals eat grass, there's an intermediate before they hit dirt. So it'll turn to a sparse or a patchy grass. The animals also eat these grass blocks, but when they eat them, they're destroyed.
Okay.
If someone has a decorative build set up and they eat that grass, well, their decorations are kind of messed up. So I'm working on making it so that the animals will eat the growth levels from the plant, but not actually destroy the plant.
Not destroy the... Oh, okay.
And a side benefit is that you could actually, you know, have fields that you separate out and rotate the animals through to graze the grass down.
Nice. Crop rotation. Something else that was a topic of conversation a few months ago, actually, with the kids.
Yeah.
I've just been dying for someone to do something like that. And also growth stages in plants is something we don't really have in the game.
I return.
Hi.
Hi.
So we're just talking a little bit about growth, the growth of, let's see, growth stages, not necessarily, but the growing flowers, the growing grass, rose bush. What else do you have here? Large fern.
I also have a sheet written out with which flowers are toxic to which animals.
Brilliant.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at the early stages, I actually had a plan to do what
you can go hatch it, Caleb. You can go hatch the egg. Cool. There's a plan.
Well, they say that for every pound of grain, you get 1/10 of that in meat. And I was going to do that, but it makes animals pointless in Minecraft.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's a little like that in real life as well, but you know, it's a touchy subject, so I'm not really going to go into it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I did want to do that because I thought it would be really interesting scientifically, but it also would make the mod unfun for most people. So
yeah.
I
think true. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know.
A thing to remember when making things like programs and representations of reality that aren't necessarily like intended to be obviously this is as scientifically realistic as possible, but it is also a game, so it's important to remember that, when you're
It's still the game, yeah.
When you're translating something real life into a fictional setting, sometimes you do need to just settle for things being a little bit different from reality just for the sake of it, which is, a little bit different from if you're doing a scientific paper.
Yeah, and it is Minecraft, so yeah, a little bit different from reality is their whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured it was...
There's no square gene.
Yeah.
Cool.
The whole population seems to be homozygous for it. I can't find a non-square gene anywhere.
Oh, really? The one thing that I noticed too about creating opportunities for learning is that you just have to imply that that point. Oopsie. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
There.
Murphy!
Oh,
Murphy's dead!
I died.
Bed.
I died in the game. I died for real.
Wait, I don't want to hit you.
It might be better if we all just sleep.
I think so. Okay.
Assuming they don't eat me in the bed again.
Oops.
They're going. I have a hidey hole just this way.
Oh, good.
Who want to
I
go
was about
there?
to say, having beds inside is generally a good idea too.
Everyone, grab a
I'm
bed
kind of
and
wanting
follow
to
me.
grab some of the.
It's not much, but
Ooh, a
Oh, they're
pit,
just after
lovely.
me, I think. They're just after me. You guys can game mode yourselves too to creative if you wanted.
Oh, I would appreciate that.
So I was just saying that it's just enough to imply, and then it's enough of a talking point that we can that we can sort of propel ourselves off of if we're in a guided gaming environment with someone that can. Okay, I don't know. I'm not game moding myself because I want some of these. There we go. Oh, thanks, guys.
Nah.
Yeah, I've got one phantom membrane. Kind of almost not enough. So there was something else I wanted to mention here. Oh, right. Okay. So you have a lot of variations of saddles in different colors, and we can saddle just about any saddle and collar just about any animal.
Yeah, so you can put a collar on all the animals. It's not accurate for chickens, to be honest. I've tried that in real life. It doesn't go well.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the idea of it is so that it makes it easier for you to identify individuals, but also it's something fun for people. Collars and equipment and all that is really very little effort for me after having made the animals themselves.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they're really just there to bring a little extra joy.
Well, that's really handy though, because I wouldn't have thought to use collars for identification, and I think I'll definitely do that now. The other thing that we've got in the mod are posts, and I've noticed that when you do manufacture a post, which I could probably do here quickly, show you guys how those work. The chickens will sit on these posts, which is really cool. So we just use slabs vertically. Oh, I've got 18 posts now. That's quite a few posts. I don't want them to jump out, but if I can do a post sideways like this, and the birds will just plant themselves on them, which is really sweet.
That's so cute.
Oh, there are too many birds in here now. Hang on.
Yeah, the chicken pen is getting very thick.
It is. There we go. Come on. Okay. So there, and now they're happy chickens. They're happy chucks.
Yeah, chooks.
Chooks. That's it.
a chicken. So chickens in the wild, especially. So the safe place for them to go at night is to, roost in low branches. And also, it just looks really cute when they sleep on those.
No, it doesn't qualify as free range. Seriously, Gerbil?
Normally, I'd make like a really large enclosure, but
now one thing: do fox and cats still attack our chickens?
Not in this version,
okay.
But in the version I released yesterday, I think.
Oh, yesterday!
I finally managed to add foxes and wolves going after the animals you have.
Oh, okay. So there's an additional challenge that we're going to have to remember for probably after spring break, you guys, once we get our once we conclude playing on Pangea and we build a new mod pack to play on. Wow.
Oh no. I threw an egg and I hit the chicken with the egg.
It doesn't actually do any damage, so don't worry too much.
Good.
It just makes the animation, but the damage number is 0.
Okay,
but so yeah, in the latest, wolves will go after sheep and rabbits, and they'll also go after any calves that may be around or piglets. They won't actually go after the adults. So you just have to watch carefully when you've got little ones.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Will there be a config where we can turn that off, Moki? Maybe.
But it's actually not as big as a threat.
Oh, okay.
As you might think, because have a look around.
No, that's true. Well, there was a cat. There was a cat sort of like hovering over here in the jungle, and I was really worried because it wasn't. Yeah. It was a wild, or not a wild cat, but it wasn't. What do you call them?
Feral?
Yeah, it was a feral cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was a little worried about that, but we didn't really have to concern ourselves with it.
I put a bell on one of the sheep, so if we hear a little tinkling sound, it means that sheep is walking around.
I hear it!
I had a lot of fun making the sounds for that.
It's very cute.
Oh my gosh! This is awesome! This is great.
Have you not put a bell collar on anything yet?
No, I haven't. I don't know if yeah, go ahead.
That bell collar will sound different depending on what kind of animal you put it on. So larger animals will have, cows will sound more like a cowbell, not an obnoxious cowbell. I based it on YouTube videos I was watching of Swiss cows in the mountains with cowbells.
Nice.
So
here, I'll put a collar on this cow so you can hear it.
Can't do that. Gotta have more cowbell.
Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful.
And the chickens make little jingly sounds.
Oh no, you guys, this is my favorite mod.
You can also
great.
So I can't hear any of it.
Oh, you can't?
Oh no.
Sorry.
I'll turn it up. Hang on. That's fabulous. That's fabulous.
And I can't remember if we talked about it or not, but you can dye all the equipment. And not the 16 color. You can dye it in the full leather dyeing whole RGB thing. So any shade you want.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it doesn't actually pop up here on JEI. But that's cool. And you guys, there's so many eggs here.
Yeah. People always go like, oh, the eggs are too slow with the one chicken, and then they get a whole bunch, and it's like, I'm drowning in eggs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, I'm not turning eggs up. it's gonna get out of control if I do.
Yeah. Cool. That's what I noticed too. The kids were like, they're not laying eggs. And I just tell them, be patient. Be patient. And then the other thing too is if you take a block of hay and you place it down, then you use a sharp object on it. It turns into an edible block by your animals. Just cows and sheep, right? And horse. Well,
No,
not horses yet.
It's all of them. I wanted something that would be convenient for players to use.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so so some of the animals will eat more heavily from it. So chickens, they actually have a chance to eat and then not actually consume anything. And rabbits do the same. So
Your rabbits. Forgot about rabbits. Oh boy.
I also have llamas, but I haven't seen any yet.
I have seen some of your variations of llamas, and I found an entirely black one, which really shocked me. And it was a wandering trader that had it. And it was like, holy smokes! I had no idea. Yeah.
Yep, the llamas. I think I have them in all colors.
So, pig. Oh wait, a mushroom? Seriously?
Yeah,
these are fun.
In the latest version, I also have bloom shrooms, but I don't know if 1.15 uses my new colors or my old colors.
Okay, I could spawn some in. Hang on, so I forgot about the rabbits.
The way that the mushrooms work is that they are just the same as cows, except the colors are swapped so that black is red. Yeah, am I correct?
Pretty much. I mean, they're basically just shaded red. So
shaded
these
red.
cows, so their textures in game appear, orange and black and white and all that. But in actuality, in your file, these textures are solid white and transparent. So I built a color RGB shader.
Oops.
I'm not sure what the correct words are for it, but each cow is shaded into the correct color instead of it being textures. So making it so it shades
my god,
bright red was really no big deal. And in the latest version, cows actually have like small quantitative genetics, the rufusing genes.
Rufusing gene.
Yeah, so that.
Oh, sorry, Moki. Would you like to
No,
explain?
I was actually hoping that you would.
Oh, good. Rufusing is what we call a polygenetic trait, meaning that there are a lot of different genes that go into it, so it can be very difficult for us to say this is dominant to this. Rather, we just sort of treat it like a gradient in which if two parents are two different levels, the kid will probably be somewhere in between. A lot harder to do math for. Skin color is a gradient trait. If you have one very light and one very dark parent, you're going to be somewhere in between, most likely. Rufusing refers to, in mammals, there are two different types of pigment. There's pheomelanin, which is the red-yellow pigment, and eumelanin, which is black and sometimes looks brown, depending on if it is sparse or if it's interspersed with pheomelanin. You can get these different wide range of colors that you see in mammals is combinations of pheomelanin, eumelanin, and patches where there might not be either, which is very fascinating, and I could talk your ear off all about them.
That is cool.
Thank you. Rufusing is when animals who are primarily eumelanin, who have genes that say that they are mainly eumelanin based, or sometimes even ones that are more pheomelanin based, sometimes just have these modifier genes in which they might have more pheomelanin within that eumelanin. So for example, a brown tabby is a black cat with these lighter spots of these lighter stripes of color between the black, where the hairs are banded, and so they look brown. And those hairs are banded with pheomelanin, so a brown tabby might look really, really kind of gray and dull colored, or a really, really high rufusing tabby will look very, very brown and vibrant. They're both brown tabbies. They're both identical on the brown tabby loci, but because they have different levels, they have these different polygenes that control the amount of pheomelanin between the eumelanin in those little individual hairs, the cat can look very, very bright or very, very gray.
Wow.
So basically I just replicated how that works.
Okay.
And I've added that to cows. So cows in the latest version can actually be very basically if you see a cow that's slightly redder or slightly less red, you can actually selectively breed and increase the levels of redness or not redness to make little variations in the shade of the cow.
This is
and
crazy cool.
You can also adjust.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I got it. Sort of. Thank you.
You can. Wait, did you guys just kill my brown
no.
mushroom?
Oh
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's
I
okay.
did
I'll.
for myself to hide it in shame.
no! Okay, that
Yeah,
was
you can go all the way
intentional.
from burgundy to zombies coming.
Yeah,
For me.
zombies.
Could someone cover me while I write this? Thank you.
There we go.
Let's see what. See if I can write Holstein right.
Wow. Yeah, there's going to be mobs. Guys, I think we need to sleep.
There we go.
Yeah.
Guys and girls.
I need to find Moki's hole. Where is her pit? There it is.
Whoever else is on. Oh, there's a lot of people on. Everyone sleep. Time set day. Sure. Time set day. Okay, we'll just do that. There we
That
go.
works.
Gotta dig out this wall. I keep waking up in the wall.
Beautiful colors. This is just magnificent.
In the latest version, I also have added moo blooms.
Yeah, what is that
Know
about?
about it.
Yeah.
So while the vote was going on, I was just like, oh, a cow that's just a mushroom that's shaded yellow with flowers instead of mushrooms. Okay. And I just copied mushroom and made a bloom shroom. It really only took me a few minutes.
Well,
Fine-tuning what colors I particularly wanted and how they would interact with the genes, that took me several hours.
Okay. No, I'm really finding that the coloring, the modeling is superb. What are you using to create these models and these textures? Like are you using Photoshop and
I use a free program called Krita, and I also use Blockbench to make the textures.
Yeah. Okay. What is the first one? Krita?
Krita. So
Krita.
It's Krita. I have very little funds available to me, so I always use free programs for everything.
Okay.
So the thing about using Blockbench is that because my models are dynamic, I actually start with the models. I make the original models in the code itself.
Okay.
So it's a little exhausting.
Okay.
But I make the models and I just start starting Minecraft up and turning it off and making a change, starting it back up again, over and over and over again until I get it right.
Okay.
And then I only use Blockbench as a coloring tool. Because I don't know how to explain this in a way that is easy to understand, but like the models have to be designed with the textures in such a way that I can put different blocks on the same piece of texture and still have it color correctly, which is a trickier thing than you'd think.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I also have to color every surface of the animal. So for normal model making, like you would only worry about coloring what you could see on the model. But because the parts can move around, I actually have to make sure I get all of it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
That's a lot of work, but I can. Yeah, it's just makes for such a rich experience, and it's really, really awesome. Huh. Oh, there they go. Okay, cows are being penned now. Nice.
Yep, I'm gonna try to get so they can't fall into the chicken pit.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes good sense. So was there anything else here that I wanted to go over? I just want to see rabbits we didn't talk about. But we can just assume that we know where we can find rabbits. And llamas, right?
So the rabbits and llamas, I get a lot of people complaining that like they're not in the game. But if you've ever gone to go search for a llama or a rabbit in vanilla, it's oftentimes difficult. I've had a map where I was looking for rabbits for several weeks in vanilla. So this is before the mod.
Really?
And I couldn't find anywhere. Every desert I came across, the random number generator was just not on my side.
Huh.
And then when you find one once, you just end up finding them forever from that point on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We had that in Ancient Worlds with sugarcane. Nobody could find any sugarcane on the map at all. I finally found one piece, and then every time I went out of my house, I was seeing sugarcane.
Yeah.
It heard you calling.
Yeah.
Definitely rabbits on this map. I've been seeing them.
We've got rabbits back at spawn. Starboy, you have one?
Concentrated in the south.
They are mostly in the south, which is again kind of interesting. This is a really pretty little village here.
I know.
There should be. Oh yeah, there's a rabbit. You got one.
So in the desert, I have the genes favoring lutinistic, the lutinistic mutation or lutino,
which is
I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
Okay.
Leucistic?
Probably. I would trust Murph over me.
What trait are you referring to?
The trait that turns the black pigment very orange and the eyes to be a pink
that's
color.
Not what I'm thinking of. I'm not sure what that one's called. Give me a moment.
Oh, they're running away from me.
Leucistic is piebald.
No, not that one.
This one has red eyes.
Find that very quick.
Oh,
tell me how to spell it.
Lutio.
They're not letting me catch.
Let me see if I can see how to pronounce that.
And I might have misspelled it. Spelling is not. My brain's 100% genetics, and I don't know what the rest of it's running on.
That's okay.
Oh, big mood. Lutino.
There we go. Now I got it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and
it looks like
it really matches the red deserts. I think.
Ooh, it's
Googled
Tyrosi.
Lupino and it gave me
Hello.
lorikeets.
They were just I really like the animation. They're so much better than, especially when they rest and their ears go down. Look at those ears, you guys. So cute. So cute.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a lovely gene. I'm reading about it right now. It's very interesting.
Oh.
It's very pretty.
It's very
Oh,
pretty.
look at
Here's
this one.
A broken patterned
Okay.
rabbit.
Okay.
So this is so the white spots is what the main difference is. And
Where'd
with
you
so we are downhill next to the village.
We're in the mesa. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we can, I believe we can try to breed some of those giant, what are they called again? The giant
Flemish
Giant
giants.
Flemings.
Or yeah.
Giant
100%.
Flemings are a possibility. We just need to collect as many of these rabbits that we can find in the wild, and that would be a great little assignment for somebody, whoever is
That's all I
on.
do in this game with rabbits is I just make them as big as I can.
Yeah, make them as big or small, right? I think that there's a dwarf breed too.
Yeah, so there's dwarf genetics and there's also quantitative size genetics. So it's like the rufusing genes. So you can get a large dwarf rabbit or a small normal rabbit. It's all up to what you want to do.
Right. So we would want to breed a larger rabbit for, say, food, maybe?
Yeah,
Others,
so
like-
the bigger the animal is, the more food products that they're going to produce.
Right. Which I noticed
One
here.
of the things I wanted to cover in the mod was that small animals are more feed to output efficient, but I haven't yet figured out how to balance that without making it unfun for people.
Right.
But basically, with less amount of grass space, like per surface area.
Oh, okay.
You'd be able to make more products, but the individual itself would make less.
Oh, I found a pig.
I also saw.
Cute. So cute.
I also. Do you have another lead to grab this one?
Which one?
The one that I'm pulling.
Yeah.
He's gonna run.
Got him.
Got him. Saw Vienna rabbits over here, which I wanted to grab.
I see two villages. Where are you guys at?
Oh, let me see.
We were at the.
So we're
So it's just south.
South
I found
of.
a very interesting pig that I want to show you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not
Sorry
sure
to
what
get
village you're in.
lost so easily. Not your fault. I get lost in real life too.
Oh. Okay, I
So
don't want to lose these rabbits. Oh, I lost one. I hate it when that
No.
happens. Okay. I need you. Boy, they move. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. All the hopping around and getting stuck comes directly from vanilla.
From
We
vanilla.
get
Yeah.
for it, but it's just like our goal is not to change how Minecraft plays. It's just to make it more interesting. So this one here is a Vienna rabbit, and as you can see, it has blue eyes. So this are the blue-eyed whites that you'll hear about sometimes, and this is a recessive gene. So this means that they have two of that allele, or they're homozygous for Vienna. Occasionally, they'll also have
running away.
If you find one that's heterozygous for Vienna, occasionally they'll have little tiny white marks or one or two blue eyes. So if you ever see a black rabbit with blue eyes, oftentimes it's that they're a carrier for Vienna. Yeah.
So in other words, if we were to breed it to something else, then we might get a Vienna.
If you were to breed it to something else, you
Mhm.
might get a child that has blue eyes or a small white spot.
Okay.
But you wouldn't get a white
But you wouldn't
rabbit.
get a white rabbit. Okay.
No.
Okay.
It would only be
Cool.
in the next generation that you would start to see it come back. If you were to breed the children together or breed the child back to the Vienna parent.
Okay.
Because this is why oftentimes breeders inbreed so heavily, is so they can bring back these traits.
Right. Right.
Because if you keep outcrossing, eventually, you're probably going to lose the gene.
Outcrossing. There's another word.
Yeah, so outcrossing is just... I mean, maybe Murph might be better explaining it than me. But
well, if you want me to, sure. Outcrossing is more or less what it sounds like. If you're outcrossing, it means you are breeding to a different breed. So, for example, if you have a purebred German Shepherd line and you were to breed in, I don't know, a Great Dane, that would be outbreeding.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. In fact,
Where
that's...
are you guys?
Oh, you still can't find us. Do you want me to TP you here, or should we go to where you are?
I have an interesting
get a
pig that I
Oh,
kind of want to show you.
okay. Let's go see if we can find... I'm going to let these rabbits go, unless I can actually manage to bring them all the way back. Let's see.
probably not.
Oh, I
since
see
they're
you over
actively
here.
turning away.
She's over here. Moki.
Oh,
Is she?
Yeah, I see
I
you.
see you guys. I see you.
That's
Come
a-
over.
That looks like a purple pig. Oh, look at it.
He's got my favorite mutation, which is piebalding, of which there are many varieties.
It's lying on its side.
Dragging
She's
him along.
dragging it
Dragging
over.
him through this ground. This poor
Oh, he's a pig. He
pig.
probably loves it.
Oh my gosh.
He's leaving a trench behind him.
Oh, that's great.
So cute.
I do like the fact that they rest at night and oh look, okay, the rabbits are not sleeping though.
And I do like the fact that when they lay on the side, the upper legs do flop
Yeah,
down.
they fold down, right? Yeah.
They don't just,
They don't just go boom
There is
sideways.
actually gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah, gravity's a thing that exists in Minecraft, right?
Sometimes.
Depends on your block. Yeah, that's right. Oh,
I
why are
guess
there
with
mobs
this, We
again?
can say pigs are made from sand.
Yeah,
Yes.
really? Boom.
So
We
don't
have
update
mobs.
him or he'll fall over.
We have mobs.
I'm ready to fight.
All right, now here we go. Let's
been
just set
playing
it
on a-
today. Ooh, handsome. And he's got tusks. Wow. Or she. Is it he or
And
she?
don't
Let's
punch
find
them.
out. This is a
Pigs
he.
are smart.
That's great. That's really great. I want to right click to see if it's a boy or girl, but I have to remove what's in my inventory and I just have so much junk
So
here.
with pigs, the males have larger tusks.
Oh, really?
The females technically also have tusks. They're just smaller. So
Okay.
this is how I've represented it.
Okay. Okay.
People think that I'm trying to say that females don't have tusks, but it's not true.
Okay.
Both have tusks.
Okay. Cool.
Um,
So where did you find
So-
this pig? Sorry, where did you find this pig?
Oh.
Murphy?
It's okay. I found this pig out here in this red desert,
Oh,
just
okay.
wandering around with some other pigs who were either all black or all,
Oh.
all white, all pink.
Oh, okay.
This was the only one that had spots.
Very cute. Very cute, you guys. It's awesome. Sorry, Moki, were you going to say something?
I forgot what I was on about.
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
You were,
I'm just so how many hours do you think it's taken you and your team?
My partner is my husband,
Mhm.
so it's just me and him.
Okay. Okay.
I think we had it said somewhere on GitHub how long he's worked on it. I don't know that it's recorded how long I've worked on it.
Okay. Bye, Leva.
But I think it's been several, probably hundreds of hours.
Yeah, at least that. I mean, it's different. You know, what you've created is something quite unique when it concerns animals in Minecraft. And I always glom on to things that are sort of somewhat more realistic, although I try to combine realism with something super fun so that the kids are engaged, right?
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, there's so many mobs on my map right now. Yeah.
No, I'm looking at your hub
underground.
and it looks like the desert is covered in t-shirts.
It does. Yeah. It does. I'm not really. Yeah. And lots of boom booms. Yeah. Down there. But this really has been exceptional. So thank you so much. It's like we haven't touched on the llamas. So we talked a little bit about the rabbits, a little bit about the pigs. So there's a lot more there. And again, I really, really, really kind of I almost think now that I might be able to do a YouTube tutorial on this too. If there was, I think. Now there was something else in here, the gene book. It's not complete. Is that something that is now complete in
So that gene book is actually just a tool for me to fix things when they're incorrect. So occasionally I'll have someone will be breeding various animals and they'll send me a picture and I'll be like, this calf is this color, but the parents are this color. And I know that gene that the calf has is dominant. And I'll look at it and I'll go, yeah, that's not right. Send me a copy of their genes and I'll look over it.
Oh, okay.
So if you use that debug book on an animal, it'll actually copy the gene code to your clipboard. So it's the usual copy paste. And then you can paste it in a message that you send to me.
So I have to obtain this in Creative.
Yeah, so it's a creative tool because it's not actually meant as it's not meant as a player item.
Okay. So this is good to know, though. So I've got the book, and then I would what would I do with it?
Just right click on the animal with the book.
Okay.
And then now it's copied to your clipboard. So now you can paste it anywhere. So you could paste it in the chat. You could paste it in an email. You could paste it in a Discord message.
Oh, hang on. So that did not work.
Oh, we're on a server.
It doesn't work on a server. Okay.
Yeah, dedicated servers are more different than you'd think. So whenever we try to use a debug book, the server gets the genetics information, but the player doesn't actually get it. And sending it from
so the server, okay, that makes sense. So they would be, it would output to the console.
Yeah. When you pasted that, I thought it looked a bit weird. I've seen that nucleotide sequence before.
Yeah, I've seen it too. Okay, that's good to know. All right. Very cool.
If you need occasionally I have people, you can actually use the data get entity to actually get the genes. And I've had to do it that way a few times.
Okay.
It's not easy for me to read or test with, but it does work.
Well, Cities is asking if I can make Noah's Ark sail away with every animal on it. Maybe.
You need a lot more than 2 in order to maintain genetic diversity, but I suppose you could.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about the other day when you were.
Well, we were, weren't we? Like, what is the absolute minimum number of animals that you would need in a population to?
It really depends on the animal. I read somewhere that 300 was the number for, like, some more R-type, lots of babies animals. But then I've read elsewhere that you need more like 3,000. So I'm not really sure. I think it really depends.
It just depends on the animal. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Some species, like cheetahs, survived a bottleneck that happened a few thousand years ago, in which there were very, very few individuals, and they bounced back from that. So now they are incredibly genetically not diverse, which is a big problem for cheetah conservation because it's hard to breed cheetahs in captivity for release with such a small gene pool to work from.
Okay.
But they are still around and they're still kicking, and it's been a couple thousand years, and they're alive and they're doing okay.
Interesting. Very interesting.
It can also depend also on how much interbreeding there is within the entire population.
Yeah.
So if you can have a population, but if that population is separated into smaller subgroups that don't interbreed with one another, you end up with 2 groups with poorer genetic diversity because the 2 groups are not breeding amongst each other.
Yeah, so the social dynamics of the animals also affect them.
So if you've got small herd animals, the size of the whole population is meaningless if you have a small herd interbreeding with one another.
Lion prides have that issue in conservation.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know what the minimum population for bees would be, because their sex determination is actually really interesting. So instead of having an XY or a ZW, the way bees determine whether an individual is male or female is they're female if their 2 sex chromosomes don't match. So they need to be 2 different things. So male bees come about because they've only got 1 set of chromosomes. They're hemizygous. Yes, hemizygous. But if you have an inbred population of bees, so there's like 20 different variations of the I guess sex determination gene. And if you have an inbred population, then suddenly your odds become very high that you'll inherit the same gene from both parents. And when that happens, you get a non-viable male. And that causes stuff like, have you ever heard of I think it's called like shotgun comb? So this is when a large portion of I think it's like half or up to half of the brood just
population, right?
Yeah. So
is it this? Okay, is it the same with ants, or is that different? Ants are different because they're
but I don't know for sure. I'm not gonna say anything because I actually haven't looked into ants specifically.
Yeah,
I just know that they are.
Neither have I, unfortunately.
What's that?
Neither have I. I also don't know.
Oh yeah, that's okay. No, these are all really great conversations to have, especially when we're dependent on bees in the way that we need them to pollinate. What is it? 40% of our food? 30, 40%, something like that.
It's that low.
Is it higher?
Oh.
Well, it depends. But no, actually it would be higher if you consider that these guys need to eat things that are plant-based too, right? So, that's true. That's true.
Meat doesn't come out of a vacuum.
Exactly. Yeah. Except I see mobs are spawning in again? Or is this from...
I think they're
Wow.
all the ones below ground. Oh, no,
We
they're on the
have
surface.
been playing for a while. Cool. Bijo. Yeah.
Bring me my bow.
Is there anything else in the mod here that we should know about? Like these bridles, for instance. I love the fact that we have buckets that are only like 1/6 filled milk bucket,
Oh.
1/3 filled milk bucket.
So you should be able to use those on the animals to finish filling up the bucket to make a regular full bucket.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the reason why I added those was because, you know, with cows and sheep having limited amounts of milk, I wanted people to be able to get the full range. So 1 point of milk, I guess, is 1/6 of a bucket, or
Okay.
1/2 of a milk bottle. The milk bottles you should be able to use to actually feed baby animals as well.
Oh,
So it's
really?
easier to- yeah, it doesn't work on chickens because chickens
Okay.
don't drink milk.
Okay.
But
Once again, I'll be right back.
but you can use it to actually grow the baby animals faster.
Oh my gosh, that's great. That is great. And the kids are riding around their cows. Oh yes, I see that. The kids are riding around their cows and
Oops.
there we go. That's okay. They will kill the animals though, so we have to be careful. The mob griefing is off. Oh, actually no, I'm sorry. That's a data pack. Because we wanted to be able to breed villagers. So that's what we did with that. And let me see here.
You know, that might be why I haven't seen too much grazing. The mob griefing actually prevents my animals from skeleton.
Gonna let these rabbits go. Yeah.
It actually prevents my animals from making dirt blocks or patchy grass when they graze.
Well, we didn't turn mob griefing off though. We just added a data pack to prevent creepers from. Oh, or did we?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, they haven't been destroying the terrain at all.
They haven't been, so maybe mob griefing needs to be turned back on again.
They do
They
still
can do it below a
graze.
certain Y level. I think they can blow up blocks underground.
So we just need subterranean pastures is all.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have to talk to 2VB about that to see what it was that we actually did, because I can't.
The animals do still they do still graze. You just can't see them doing anything.
Which I kind
They get the
of
food; it just doesn't disappear.
want to see them doing that. Yeah.
It seems
There
to
we
still
go.
work on hay blocks, I suppose.
Yeah. So that's why I thought. I think you are the only one in here, Cities, but yeah. So we're just about. Let's see. It's 4:30 now. I know that. Yeah. You guys have. That's Poncho. That's Poncho. Oh. Certainly with like I had mentioned before. Oh boy, you dropped a shovel. That's handy. Another carrot for Dazzle? Poncho, please. It is still, guys, it is like snowing so hard here right now. It's crazy.
I'm getting attacked.
Oh, Poncho.
Timer.
Poncho. I just turned around and looked outside. It's pretty. Okay, where are you? I cannot see where you are.
Hello.
Oh, no, I thought, hang on. Yeah, there's a lot of mobs here. So I'll just turn it to day again. I think Darth is on. He may want it. He may want the mobs, but we're just going to have to bypass them. Yeah, so thank you very much, you guys. This has been awesome. I know that there may be... Oh, I'm sorry. I know... No, I'm not going to give Poncho a treat for barking.
Oh, it's all good.
Oh my gosh, Cities.
Oh, I was just wondering,
Yeah.
Maybe our guests might want to see your lab with your magic gene editing machine. You know,
Oh, sure.
I disk in a machine and click to change nucleotides.
Sure.
I want to see that.
Do you want to see this? Okay, so there is another
You
mod.
can get gene samples from a fossil in a glass bottle.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, so let me go to my... Oh, I'm going to have to figure out how to get back there. Hang on.
Yep.
So, oh yeah, that's another way to get back to my base. Oh my god.
Helping. We saw you needed help.
All right. Okay, so oh, you know, it's doing it again, Gerbil. I can't see this. This is what happened the other day. All right, I'll teleport you guys here.
On your drawers.
I don't know. My drawers they look empty, but they're not, which is really weird. Okay, let me TP you guys here.
You might slash TP.
What?
You know,
Hang on.
actually covered that
Hello.
my animals also have litter sizes instead of just the one.
Litter sizes?
Yeah, so pigs can
Okay.
have as few as one, but generally they make at least 4, and it goes all the way up to I think 15 piglets at the same time. They just explode into piglets.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I need to be able to add them to this protected area, or I can just unprotect it. Hang on. How do I do this?
Always wanted to be a genetic engineer when I was a kid, but
Oh yeah?
yeah.
Okay, so I
but-
can add.
Can't say that I'm too good at staying in a lab all day.
I'm the exact opposite. I love being in a lab, but being outside dealing with a chicken population is still very fun, but not something I could get up and do every day.
Every day,
Huh.
like
several
working.
years.
Oh yeah. I like working with my little beakers in a nice quiet room with some headphones in and
That's
Oh, yeah.
fun.
There's a very
Could you
big
guys
difference
see if
between
you
a
can?
quiet lab and a crowded lab.
Can you see if you can right click on this fossil cleaning
Crowded
table
lab
here?
isn't much fun. A quiet lab is
Are you-
much fun.
yeah.
I see
Yeah.
bone meal and
Okay.
sand.
All right.
Ooh.
So this is the de-extinction mod, which is pretty cool. You have to create a pick. You find fossils like this. They're very rare. Yeah. Really, really rare. And I think this is Sebicus here. Yeah, there. This is not, there we go. I have to right click and then left click and then everything pops up into, I don't know why this is broken. So you place a fossil in the cleaning table, and you should get a cleaned fossil like this Marichinia cleaned fossil in my hand. And then you have to place the clean fossil into the DNA extractor, and it then extracts the DNA.
Interesting.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then with this bottle, you can then research it in this machine called a DNA decoder. And I believe the way that I'd have to do this is, oh my gosh, can I remember? Is I'd have to highlight Marichinia here. Oh no, I've already got it. Never mind. And then I write it to a disk. And then the disk can be used to, I guess, like program a syringe of some sort. Then you inject that syringe, or you inject that DNA sample into a mob. And then it gives live birth. Now, it does depend on whether or not you are, what it is that you're trying to de-extinct, right?
Right.
But what I've done, I call this my lab. What I've done is I've recreated this one dinosaur. If you guys come down here, it's not a dinosaur. I was corrected the other day by one of my students. It's just an aquatic animal. If you...
From a long
Where
time
did you
ago.
go? Oh, there you are.
yeah, down here.
Yeah.
I've created 2 of them now.
Ooh,
and
lovely.
and we can manipulate their DNA. I just haven't quite understood why I would manipulate their DNA.
Oh, wow.
Well,
And-
the
Those are
second
really
one
pretty
you
little
bred
pens.
the other day, it has
Oh.
you did use it. You'd like changed one nucleotide.
I did. I changed
and
the
then,
one.
and then bred it. Doesn't really look any different. Yeah. By edit DNA, it gives you like 3 nucleotides.
He's not aggressive, is he? Because
You
we're
can
both in
change
the
one
water.
codon.
I think it should be okay. So this is a Bacillusaurus.
Me yet. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so this is a Bacillusaurus. This is the older one of the 2. Where is the other one? I was concerned that one would eat the other one. I can't see the other one.
There might have been a little snacking happening.
Oh
I
no!
think it did. This is what I was worried about.
Or did it glitch through the wall?
Or did it glitch through the walls? I don't know. I don't see it anywhere. So a Bacillusaurus is, I'm trying to remember what period it's from. What time period. It is closely related to whale species, but it does have teeth and is a meat eater. So it's like, oh God, what did we say, Gerbil? The blue whale or the sperm whale? I'm not sure. A blue, I don't know.
Bacillusaurus looks like they were from the late Eocene, approximately 41.3 to 33.9 million years ago, according to Wikipedia.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
there
fairly
you go.
recent dinosaur.
Fairly recent, really?
Not a dinosaur.
And it's
Fairly
not a
recent
dinosaur.
Dinosaur is a chicken.
Yeah, that's
or a
right.
cockatiel.
Yeah. So I only have the one. I'm not. Okay. Yeah.
The other
so-
one might have gone on a
fairly recent. I'll call that
adventure.
extant.
It's
Still here.
Okay. Well,
my
that's
favorite kind of raptor.
that's sad. But
I just like the idea of you building a machine where you can just like manipulate genes by like clicking a nucleotide on a screen.
right. So there is a machine up
If
there.
it was only that easy.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
is a machine that I've got up in the lab that allows you to make those changes to the DNA, which is kind of complex and a little confusing to me. So I just kind of like randomly sort of click through it, and but it's pretty cool. And then
Might be
there,
able to make something of it.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, it really only gives you 3 nucleotides to edit. Like it just shows the because you start with your poly A. You start with your
Right.
3 adenines or adenosine. Adenine. Oh my god, my brain just went on holiday.
Yeah, A, T, G, and C. You can just shorten
Yeah.
it, probably, if you
Yeah,
like.
Okay.
3 A's, and you can click one or more to change them to a C, a G, or a
So
C.
it's only one codon to work with.
Only
Oh,
one
you know
codon,
what?
yeah.
Mm.
So you may be introducing a silent mutation that doesn't have any effect whatsoever, but
And does it adhere to the actual code? Is it the same?
I'm not sure. I mean, if you changed it to UGA, technically you should be ending the gene completely, but or is it now? Yeah, UGA.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, you got
know.
arrested. Yeah,
It's
UGA.
AUG,
So-
right?
Yeah.
So if we were to, yeah, if I go back up and look at it, it really is a
I think it
very,
anyway.
Hmm?
I'm actually going to
Let's
double
see.
check that.
Oh,
so
you're looking for the start codon would be AUG. Away you go.
here's the DNA
Yeah.
editor.
It was always explained to me that there's like 4 different stop codons. Well, for us anyway.
There's 3 different stops that I'm aware of. There's UA, A, UAG, and then
I think.
UGA.
Yeah.
Bacillusaurus.
Yeah, it might be just 3.
I think it's just the 3.
Yeah.
And then AUG is start, yeah. Once again, I apologize. I do have to step out for just a moment. I will return.
All right, I left my Bacillusaurus DNA bottle down there, but if I put that into that other machine, it actually allows me to change the DNA itself, which is really weird. And then out on that island, I also have some more dinosaurs that I've... Oh no, it's not Bacillusaurus americini I've got down here. Anyways, so we're having a lot of fun with this, but a lot of the kids are working with Create, which is that Factorio style.
Sorry, Cities is just asking if your other Bacillusaurus didn't do a free willy.
Do you think it did?
Jump over the wall.
Are you in the game, Gerbil, or no?
I'm not. Yeah, I
still...
couldn't get it to stop. I might just have a corrupted multi-MC or a corrupted data pack. What I'll do is I'll rescue my voxel map and I might completely reinstall.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I opened vanilla.
I can't do this.
Opened up Ancient Worlds and Azula's server, and they both work fine. So
oh, really?
It's something in multi-MC.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, sorry about that. I am back.
No worries. So yeah, this is our little world, and the server's probably going to be up for another. Okay, it's February already. Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
March.
Time passes so fast.
April. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Our second quarter is just about over. I am going to be moving our middle school kids off of this game so they can just play. I mean, they can play whenever they want. And we got more mobs.
Oh no.
Yeah.
More mobs.
I was going to go in the house, but there was a skeleton in the way. And I decided
I see that one. How many more people do we need to sleep? Just a few more. So if someone can sleep.
Let me get a bed.
5 of us. There we go. Thanks, guys.
Oh, there
Okay.
we go.
Done. There's cookies on the wall. Help yourself.
Oh man, I love cookies.
I don't know. Somebody left them there for me. Oh. I don't know. I've
stale on that shelf.
Okay.
I have another stream to be at in about 15 minutes. So
yeah, so I think you guys I want to thank you guys again. And here comes a little guy. Be careful. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's
hello,
after
guy.
Me. There we go.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We got him.
Super.
Yes.
Yeah, so I want to thank you
so
guys
much
again.
for inviting us.
Yeah, oh no,
Yeah.
it's just awesome. I'm glad I reached out.
Me too.
And I'll let you know how it goes, and post some pictures to Twitter, and yeah, I can't wait for the for our 116 version with horses.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, I know it's a lot of work.
A lot of work to do.
There's
Bottom.
another mod for horse genetics that already exists that doesn't add like feeding or anything like that, and the birth is instant. But there is another one for horse genetics that someone on our server has made.
Is in 116 now?
Murphy? I don't know which one it's for. I play on 15.6, so I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll check it out.
1.16.
Oh, good.
Okay, I'll check it out for sure.
Do I have any background noise? My partner's
a little bit, but it's not that bad.
I don't hear anything.
No, it's okay. So I'm gonna step off. Thank you guys so much for inviting me. This was
Right,
really fun.
yeah.
You guys have a great world here. You guys have been excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I hope to talk to you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes, and
thank you.
Some more feedback from the kids for sure.
Have a great day, all of you. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye, Murphy.
Thanks, Murph. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Have fun.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. That's great fun. It's not snowing, Cities? Really? So it's just stopped snowing where you are? I'm a little disappointed that I've lost my other Bacillusaurus. I guess it's to be expected. I should have been here trying to feed it. But that was awesome, right? It's always wonderful having content creators on. And Moki, you're still here?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. It's always wonderful having you guys on because there's so many sort of there are things that you tend to miss. I mean, when you play the game, unless you really have a good grasp of what the mod developer it's kind of intended, the intended play. Yeah. White sandy beaches. It's gone. My other Bacillusaurus is gone. Eaten, no doubt.
Or maybe it's starved. Maybe the big Bacillusaurus just ate all the food and the little one didn't get anything.
Maybe. So usually I'm down here fishing. The chunks aren't loaded though, so that's kind of surprising. That means that someone might have been here. Loading the chunks.
Either that or perhaps that one nucleotide you edited gave it like some sort of debilitating genetic disease.
Oh my gosh. I never thought about that. No.
I mean,
seriously?
possible.
Very unlikely
Seriously?
that changing one nucleotide would kill something, but
Oh my gosh.
unless
Wait,
you
what's out
changed it
here?
in exactly the
Is this
wrong
anything
spot.
here? No, these are just that's a dolphin. Huh.
I'm having a look for it. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I'm unsure
The
of
t-
if de-extinction actually does do genetics or if it's actually just, toggling a switch and calling it genetics. I find that most mods that claim genetics are actually just toggling various things
Right.
and
Oh
just
yeah, it's probably
calling
just
it
like
genes.
a toggle
Right.
for a tail shape or a
Yeah.
scales color or something like that. It's just sort of
Yeah, no
it's more-
doubt.
it's-
You're
it's
probably
customization with
right.
a genetics theme.
Yes. There's like a heroes mod that does that in particular that I oftentimes look at and go, why are they the more popular genetics mod? It's not even genetics.
Oh, interesting.
I can tell you
I
with
think I know the mod you're
pretty
talking
sort
about.
of pretty certain confidence that injecting a dog with like pilfered dinosaur DNA won't make the dog give birth to a dinosaur.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And that's what we
generally
get to do
doesn't
here.
happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are other mods that do absolutely add genetics. There's Wildcraft mod, which only deals with dogs and wolves.
Really?
Yeah, they're still in 1.12, and
Oh,
I think
okay.
it might actually be a dead mod, but they do real genetics. And then
Mhm.
there's the person who's done realistic horse genetics or horse colors.
Okay.
They've done 2 mods having to do with genetics. So there's horses, which they've done, and those do color and size. And it's a much more vanilla plus mod than mine is. And they've also done one for pandas to so genetics kind of exists in Minecraft already in pandas.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Their personality traits and their brown color are based on inheritance. But the one thing that annoys us, me and I think I'm gonna go by Kestra.
Oh, okay.
Is that the brown color gene is on the same locus as the personality. So you can either have personality or brown. So they just separated out the 2 different parts. So you can have all the different personality genetics, and you can also have brown pandas or non-brown.
So are you saying that in real life, like all brown pandas are like nasty or something? Or
No. Just in Minecraft, you can either have your pandas can either be brown or have a personality, and no in between.
So really,
Yeah.
ideally, what we'd like to have is a brown panda with personalities.
Yeah.
That
so
would
basically,
really, yeah. Oops, I
they
don't
just
want to
made it so they have two locuses instead of just the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh.
But other than, I think Simply Cats might have been playing with genetics. They might have added genetics. I'm not sure. They were in my Discord a few months back, or maybe it was a year back. I've lost sense of time.
Okay. Okay. So Cats is that's another mod that
Simply Cats is another mod.
Simply Cats. Okay.
I'm not sure to what extent.
I'm inspired, you guys. I can see us doing another mod pack with just animals and Pam's Harvest Craft because she's been doing a lot of work. Hi, Kiki. And your stream is stopping every 5 seconds. Oh,
It looks all right to me.
I think it's from your
I
end,
also have
KK.
been thinking too,
And-
with the realistic genetics mods.
Oh dear.
None of them seem to want to do dogs.
I
So,
think
probably a pretty obvious reason.
it'd be a very
Actually,
complex thing to do, wouldn't it?
It's not as bad as you'd think. I just haven't done them yet. There's a lot of ownership and AI groundwork I'm planning to get done before I actually tackle dogs.
Oh, you're planning on it. Wow.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to be doing horses, mules, donkeys, dogs, cats, foxes.
Wow.
Foxes I'm planning to base on a lot of anything I can find of the Russian fox domestication experiment.
Oh.
So
Wow.
hopefully I can find a lot, but I'm really excited to actually get into that. But the thing is that when you're adding animals that are closer to people's hearts, it's really important to get a lot of the things right in the first place. Because if I don't, people tend to get a bit irritated.
I get a bit butthurt.
Yeah. And
I was just thinking about the whole the dogs having what they call the slippery genome.
Here's a fishing rod for you, Moki.
Variation.
I think I just got it.
Dog breeds.
Oh no, that was that. No, that was the one I was just using, but I've got another one that I just caught. And hang on, just yesterday. Let me go get it. So I that's really cool though that you're considering that. You're considering, who plays. Yeah, that was the one I caught. This one here. Who plays. How people play and kind of what we expect. That's a tall sort of order to fill.
yeah. It can be a bit of pressure.
A little bit, and a lot of work.
And then there's a lot of people that are irate that I have only done the animals that I've done so far. Fish got away.
So this is another mod that I've added, which you catch live fish. So this has come in handy for feeding my Bacillusaurus. So I just catch the fish and just just keep.
Maybe I should fish this way.
Oh my gosh. So this comes in handy for feeding my Bacillusaurus, you guys. I catch the fish and then they just jump back
Clever
in.
way to do it.
Yeah, this works out really well. So I usually only have to fish for about 5 minutes, and then there's enough fish in here, and if I've got the chunks loaded. So it's a lot of
You'll
fun.
eat a lily pad.
Oh, that's cool.
But
That's true.
So the tricky thing with the mod is oh man, I lost my the plot. So the goal of the mod is to not be super in your face about everything that we do. Like a lot of the features that a lot of people enjoy and use all the time, are designed to be something that you don't realize is there.
Huh. Okay. Okay.
So like for the equipment, we actually made it so that you can click saddles onto the animals directly. So you don't have to open their GUI. You can just click on it. And the amount of work that goes into being able to do that, especially on a server, most people would, we're actually the first mod to make it so that you can do that, where not only is it on the animal, but fish went the wrong way. Not only is it on the animal, but it's actually the specific item that you put on there, and you can still take it off.
Yeah.
And it's colorable.
Oops. They are. Yeah, just don't catch a puffer fish. That's the only thing.
Okay.
I mean,
I will keep it in mind.
Oh, there you go. You caught a salmon, and that's great.
Yeah.
I got a saddle. A vanilla saddle?
Yeah, the vanilla saddles still work on my animals.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know.
And they're required for horses. The horses don't recognize mine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look at the other mod too in the meantime. And I really wish that I could contribute in some way to a lot of these great mods that are out there.
We got your donation, which
is
yes, very
great.
Much appreciated.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops, here we go. And certainly I wish I had the time to do models or to do texture work and stuff like that. I don't have the time. Yeah.
It's perfectly fine. The model and texture work is done so specifically for my mod that I have to actually train anyone who wants to help.
Oh, seriously?
It takes a few weeks because not only do they need to know how to make the models, but they also need to know how the textures and the models interact. And they also need to learn programming in Java. So it's a task very few people are ever interested in. I just recently got someone who has stuck around to learn, so I'm gonna see how that goes.
That's awesome.
I'm really excited that I might actually have some help.
That is awesome.
Yeah, because up to this point, I've done 100% of the models, the textures, the animations, the genetic research, the code that it takes to turn the genes into the phenotypes, the shading and layering planning. It's a lot.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Well, that's another word that's just only come up now. Phenotype.
Yeah. So phenotype is what you see. So, like some of the cows, for example, will be red, right? So them being a solid red is a phenotype. But in their genotype, they can actually have two options to get that red phenotype. So the most common one is to have recessive red. So if you have two copies of recessive red, then it will make the cow unable to produce black pigment.
Okay.
But then there's also a more rare gene, which, as far as I can find online, is actually found in red Holsteins usually. It's actually a dominant red. And that appears exactly the same. So you could have two red cows that look exactly the same, so the same phenotype, but their genotype's actually different. Yeah.
In the very, very simplest of terms, a phenotype is just the physical representation of what a gene is doing. At the outward thing, the phenotype would be having an eye color or having a skin color.
Right.
Color.
Yeah.
Very cool. I got boots.
Phenotype can also be
Those are
something
boots.
like their personality. So an animal being more friendly than versus being aggressive or shy, that can be a phenotype as well. So it's just anything you can outwardly observe.
It's basically the end result
Yeah.
of the gene is the phenotype.
Yeah. Yeah, for finding so I guess for some reason a lot of researchers just only ever describe the phenotype and never take pictures of the phenotypes.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly
Really?
online. Oh yeah, way more often than would make any sense. So like white belly agouti, for example, in cattle, they'll talk about it all day, but you'll never find a picture of it.
Oh, wow.
They'll just go, yeah, it's pretty common in this one breed, and that one breed has like 5 or 6 common phenotypes, and so I have no idea which one.
But you
they're
don't know what they
talking
look like. Yeah. Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Oh, the server's lagging a little bit, but there's only 4 of us on. That's odd.
Someone next to
you're also generating a lot of new entities by doing all of that fishing. So
Yeah, but this is not a lot of fish, though.
Yeah,
This
I know,
is,
yeah.
or maybe it is.
should we stop fishing?
That's odd. That is really odd. Because no, sometimes I'll definitely have a lot of fish in here, and then yeah.
It could be the
Poncho boy.
Bacillusaurus's like hunting AI.
I
The
wonder.
Searching AI is really intensive.
Okay.
When I worked on adding more interesting AI, we actually had to tone a lot of it down.
Really?
BPS.
Yeah, there was
ticks per second.
Yeah, there was one point where I had a bunch of animals in the pen, and I was like, they're not moving. Why? It's because their AI was so overloaded that they just stopped.
Oh, if you look at my mini map, there's a ton of salmon there. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there is. There are too many. Not sure.
Too many fish.
But that's okay. That way. This Bacillusaurus is apparently supposed to get as long as 80 feet, which is what, about 50 meters? I don't think it will. No, not 50 meters. It can't. No, there's no way. No, it's going to be. Sorry, not 80 feet. Yeah, well, wait a second. Pardon? Dribble?
I'm just dividing by 3, essentially.
It's gonna get bigger, and I'm gonna have to create a slightly larger enclosure here, which I can do. Yeah.
Sand is your friend.
It is. So is this new create. I love the create blocks that we've got. We're able to design some really nice structures around it. So if I teleport you over to, let me go over to where Gerbil's base is, and I'll show you. Create quickly before we finish up here. Yeah. So you can see what that looks like. Hang on. Gerbleton. Gerbleton. No, it's getting a bit, it's choppy here too, though. Oh, sometimes you can tell from the windmill what is going on.
I'm still keeping the salmon loaded, so as long as I'm here.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go.
I'm starting to write it myself. I love windmills.
This is a little bit strange. Yeah, so this is the create mod, and there's another windmill over there.
Oh yeah, that'll be Guns' windmill.
Oh, that's Guns's? Okay.
Yeah, he lives over there.
Okay.
He sort of took over the neighboring village.
Cool.
Normally I can't see it from there. I think I have my render distance turned down a little.
It's better now. Now that Moki's over here, it's not. Yeah, so it must be the salmon, which is odd because this is a huge server.
There are 1, 2, 3, 5. I think I've got 4 windmills. I've got the 2 that you can see.
Yeah,
There.
1, 2.
But I've got 2 flat ones.
And then you've got the
yeah.
yeah, and then you've got this flat one here, and yeah.
And there's a flat one on top of the silo as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
the silo has a windmill in the top of it.
Right.
My
For
guess
power
is the
generation.
extinction needs to work on their AI a bit.
Yeah, it could
'Cause
be.
My guess is that the Bacillusaurus was checking every single fish entity that was near it and deciding whether or not it wanted to eat it or not.
Oh.
And it was just slowing everything down.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense. That does make sense. I'm showing you something else that Gerbil has built here because his focus has been on the create mod. So underneath us there is a yep, you can go down.
I was trying to not go down. I'm too hungry to be able to climb out, I guess.
Oh yeah, to get off the you need to hold shift to crouch and then you'll be able to jump off.
Oh. Interesting.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah. The escalator is completely unnecessary. I just wanted one.
Well, no, it's not though, because
can
Gerbil,
respect
you've got the
Oh yeah,
items.
The one going down, the one coming back up carries items.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But you've inspired the kids to do the same, and they've built their own escalators. I didn't tell you about that, but I have visited a few. Yeah. Yeah, which is a lot of fun.
Like
and
the
then
Brutus of the server.
And then down here we have a mob farm for XP. And then the items are collected and go into that. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, somebody had a shiny bow there. And then the items are collected and go up to...
My partner's letting the roosters out. So.
Ride next to the items.
Oh, I can't hear them though. Should I be able to hear them? Cool.
I don't know.
And then the items travel up here to a place where it's collected and sorted, which is really fun.
And the bones are ground up and then compressed into bone blocks.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I love building
underneath that platform up the top.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool, eh? Yeah,
I like doing a lot of cottage core type builds, so using bone blocks to make really pretty houses is always fun for me.
Oh, I
Wow.
would do that, and then I discovered the white mushroom stem block.
Yeah,
looks even nicer.
I don't know. I have
that's what my house is on Ancient Worlds. That's what the white cladding on that is built out of, the mushroom block. But a lot of collecting.
Mm-hmm. Look at this. And then the arm picks things up and sorts it. That's great fun.
I was planning to make an automatic farm to make food for my animals and maybe slime for leashes.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been really interested or excited about the idea of making a train for a server where you could move the animals long distance to other towns.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, some of the kids are in fact working on a rail system between some of the major areas here. And we're collecting rail from some of the mine shafts and whatnot. I was working on that actually last night, so that's pretty fun.
Yeah. Have you seen the rail cars that some people have been creating?
You mean with the create mod or with
with the create mod where it actually looks like a whole train?
Oh my gosh, no, I haven't. Oh, I hear your birds.
Oh,
I hear the birds.
Yeah. I mean, I have 20 roosters, so
okay.
Some of them are bound to be loud enough.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen any of that yet.
Really
that must be pretty cool. I should. Because they were just building a vanilla system to go around our map. But it would be cool to build something with Create for sure. Yeah.
I I think the key to it is something called a minecart chassis.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, who was it we rode there? They built like a like a I was about to say
Yeah,
cable car
Tarek.
track, but it runs on a
Tarek did build something over here, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was just like a minecart with a seat on it. I think you can just
Was
you
it?
can build around the seat, but somebody has built one.
I thought.
They've got like a lot of stuff up in the sky, and they've got like.
Oh
a track
yeah,
that
that's
goes off.
Pasha. Yeah, Invisan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, and like that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got like a
yeah.
little
So this was a
chassis
demonstration
stuff
area here that.
inside it.
Yeah. So one of the kids did do something pretty cool. This is the demonstration area that Tarag built for us.
Don't mind all that stuff that's outside. That was me experimenting in creative mode.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is you experimenting in creative? Okay.
No, all the stuff in the glass cases is Terag's stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff that you were just looking at with the blaze burners there, that's just my...
Okay.
I was in creative
Okay.
experimenting.
Okay. That's
Don't
cool.
mind the finger poking the blaze spawner.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out if there was any way to feed the blaze burner automatically.
Okay.
There is.
Oh,
think
so you
it's
know this mod.
planned.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
haven't had a chance to play with it extensively because
Oh,
every time I
was
play
gonna do that
Minecraft,
because
I look at my
the
animals
blaze
and go,
burners I'm trying
Okay.
to, I'm trying to fuel.
Yeah.
They're in the floor in the silo, and the only sort of convenient place to feed them, I wanted to be able to feed them from the floor underneath, but
Mhm.
it was hard to find any.
I think
Okay.
it's only the arm that can feed them.
I think I could do it, but the thing is, it was like really hard to.
Yeah, so this was demonstrating the different cogs and the different speeds that you can get with the cogs. Cogwheels, the mechanical
Gear
crafter.
ratios. Gear ratios, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
Cool.
if you want to see a complicated machine, go and have a look at the gunpowder factory in the silo.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I
Just check
just
that out.
squeezed things in because I sort of built the first part of it and then thought, oh, I can automate more of this, and I sort of had to build around what I already had. And
Huh. Well, I don't think. Oh, where is it though? Is it up
if
top?
you go in and just go up the scaffolding, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Most of it's on the top inside level. There's a
So we have to go.
Netherwort farm one floor down from it.
Oh, okay. That's your Netherwort farm, and then it's here. Oh
And
my
that just
gosh!
feeds upstairs. I'm wondering why that Netherwort farm isn't moving.
Oh, should it be?
Or was it? Oh, sometimes it's still when you first load it, and then it starts moving. But it should be.
Huh.
Okay, yeah.
Neat.
A lot of things, but it's designed to brew all three of the. Because to brew the potion, you've got to brew the awkward potion, then make it a poison potion, then make it a potion of harming. So yeah, the thing needed 3 mixes to.
Oh, okay. Where are
So
the
it
mixers? Oh,
get
there.
to the end. So
1,
you
2,
have to
3.
feed it in a few different spots.
Okay. Cool.
And just getting power to everything as well.
Wow. Oh, there's. Oh, that's crazy.
It's a really interesting mod.
It really is. Yeah.
Out of all the automation mods, I like it because visually it makes sense. You can tell what things are doing just by looking at them.
Exactly. It's the only tech mod I've ever liked,
But
really.
it's also very
Really?
steampunk. So I'm
Yeah.
not sure why that isn't moving.
I'm very picky
Let me
about
see.
the aesthetics of something.
I may have clicked on it.
Yeah, I'm picky about aesthetics too. I mean, we've just sort of had to. Is something missing here?
Should
No.
be. I think maybe
I hope.
might have clicked on the radial
it's
chassis, the turntable thing, because you can click on it to start and stop it. But I thought I just left it going.
Hang on.
I think if you click on the radial,
And maybe
whatever
jump
that
out of the way.
turntable thing is,
Oh yeah, that's true.
the top.
Huh.
Um,
No, City says it's
Oh,
full.
wait.
Well, where would it be? I don't understand.
The
oh,
barrel
okay,
here.
is the,
Well, I thought
is
I
the
couldn't click
barrel
it, though,
what
to open
feeds
it.
into?
No, it's just got 8 netherwort in it.
Oh, okay. No, the one on the other side of the inventory interface, like the
This-
barrel that's near the chute on the wall there.
Barrel near the chute.
That's not even close to full.
No?
Update bearing. Right click a bearing with an empty hand to attach the strap. No, so what? Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, the bearing might just have been stopped. If you like click on it again, it might just start up again.
Oh, look out.
Oh,
there we go.
it goes.
Okay, so it literally had just stopped because it felt like it.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So I take it you have a community game that you and your community plays on, and
I don't actually have one myself. My
Oh, yeah.
community's made multiple servers.
okay.
And
Okay.
I very occasionally join in.
Okay.
I get every time I play, I end up seeing the animals and going,
Yeah.
I want to fix that one last thing. And then about 3 weeks later, I'm still working on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I end up modding more than I do play, which is really unfortunate because I actually really like playing Minecraft.
I think that's typical of most people that make their way into modding, you guys. They don't
Yeah.
play the game as much as they'd like to. They just end up creating great
Modding.
content for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
That we then get to play on, which is really
Well,
cool.
that's the thing. I like all of these mods, but the thing is, the one thing I like about this create mod is it gives me an excuse to build a nice, beautiful structure to fill with like machines.
Yeah,
This
I've
entire farm was just an excuse to build a silo.
It's really cool having a mod that encourages a lot of really interesting beautiful builds instead of just here's the next block that gives me diamonds when I put sticks in.
Yeah. Yeah,
I suppose
it's
that's what
really.
you get when you have advancement-based mods, where
Yeah, I'm not.
All people are doing are kind of just trying to unlock the next.
Back to Victoria. Sure, cities. Okay, you guys, it's getting a little bit late here, only because you can hear Poncho whining in the background. That's him actually insisting on being fed, which
Yeah.
I don't know. He's so silly that way. Oh, hang on. Where'd you go? Yeah, you're coming down. Okay.
Yeah, I might put a staircase or maybe a ladder or
Yeah.
somewhere up there.
Yeah, you should. I mean,
having a scaffolding right inside the door isn't exactly the most elegant way.
and I could see. And what are you planning on doing here on the first level?
I'm not sure, but I'm thinking if I can sort of feed in to the top, I may have another farm, or I may. I think I was considering a sugarcane farm down here, so I can automatically put the paper in.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For rockets,
and then we have rockets. Then this is the rocket tower, the rocket, a place to come to get rockets.
Coming through the middle came all the way down here, but because I made the harvester upstairs, that kind of.
Okay, cool.
So that's why I run another shaft down the down the side.
Very cool, very very cool. All right. Okay, so thank you again, Moki.
No
Just
problem.
wonderful having you. I will be putting. I'll do an edit of this live stream and be putting that up on YouTube in the coming weeks. So that way we have record forever and ever of your being here with us.
That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the videos on YouTube are, whenever they cover my mod, they like spawn like 5 animals, and they go, "Oh look, one of them's different." All right, next thing.
Right, exactly, and that's what I found very. I couldn't find really anything both for De-Extinction mod and for your mod. So I hope that whatever I compile, anyways. I know that Direwolf's doing a really awesome series on the Create mod. And I'm still working on editing down what Tarek came on to educate us about concerning Create, and it's been great fun. Yeah, no, it's just amazing, you guys. What? Oh, you get okay. People are now telling me I've given Poncho another treat. Okay, I will give him another treat. Cities, everybody feeds my animals. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I need to find a way to make people feed my chickens.
Yeah.
They go through a lot of feed having that many.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
You go through a whole bag of feed in a week. a 20-kilo bag.
Okay. Of grain? Yeah.
Yeah. And they free range, so
How many chickens
they eat
do
a
you
lot.
have?
They have a lot of chickens.
Probably around 60 to 80 in total.
Oh, okay.
They're all my pets. I love them dearly.
Aw. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and a lot of them
They
have.
breed them just by selling eggs.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think that, but then they get ideas about putting them in the bushes and molting instead of making eggs. And also, it's rather hot where I am, so if I don't put them straight in the fridge, they start. Well, I have roosters, so they start incubating like on the counter with no hen or incubator required.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
So usually what happens is I take the eggs and I make scrambled eggs, and then I give them to the chickens. Just returning the energy.
Okay. I guess that's one thing to do with them.
Is that your perpetual motion experiment?
Yeah, like how much money can I save on feed if I just keep putting the food back?
Oh my gosh. Whatever it takes, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and chickens actually really love eggs. You can actually have a bit of difficulty if chickens ever work out that those rocks that come out of them are filled with egg, because it's probably one of their favorite foods.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I have not seen that. I've not seen that, but wow.
Yeah.
Well, considering eggs are essentially full of the building blocks of a chicken,
yeah,
very nutritious, very beneficial for chicken.
Yeah, they have everything a chicken needs to grow.
Yeah,
for 3 weeks inside of a shell, so it's perfect chicken food.
Crazy.
Just as long as you cook it, because obviously, if you have raw egg and one of my chickens has something. If it's raw, then oftentimes if they're sick with something, they can transmit it to the other chicken.
Okay, so why? Yeah, that's true. Why is it that I'm right-clicking this egg on the ground and it doesn't actually spawn the chicken in?
So that would have been an unfertilized egg.
Oh.
So if you just have hens in your backyard, no matter how long you incubate them, they're never gonna have. They're never gonna hatch as a chick.
Okay, but these ones aren't hatching. Oh, I want to hatch them.
One of those eggs might hatch. They were just in my inventory.
Okay, yeah.
They also might not.
There's a brown egg. There we go.
You got a chicken.
Yay! Yay! Stay
One
here.
of the other things that we actually forgot to cover is I also have lethal genes in the mod. So there's some characteristics that if you have one copy, it'll cause an effect to the phenotype. So in chickens, you'd see something like they won't have tails, so it's called rumpless.
Oh,
or they'll
okay.
have short legs, which is actually called creeper in real life. I've been
Really?
planning to make it so that the eggs will have creeper firework particle effects if you have a homozygous
Ah.
creeper egg. Because if they have two copies, the
Chaos chicken.
the chick will fail to actually grow inside the egg, so it won't actually hatch.
Huh.
So there are a few traits where
There it is, fully grown now. Mm-hmm.
there are a few traits where sometimes. Oh, actually, this one is an example of it.
Oh. Oh yeah.
So it's called rumpless. So if you have two of these that have no tail,
Yeah.
and cross them together, you'll end up with 1/4 of the eggs never hatching.
Really?
And then 1/3 of them will have a normal phenotype, so they'd still have a tail. And then the remaining 2/3 would have no tail like this one.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Okay.
cows and some of the other animals have the same trait. So dwarfism in rabbits is the same thing.
Okay.
In real life, the baby would survive for a while. But
Fabulous.
I decided to skip that just because, well, taking care of a infant rabbit that isn't going to make it more than a few days isn't a great activity for kids in a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems a bit morbid.
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah.
a little. I have had thoughts about covering it a bit more dramatically for horses. So there's something called lethal white syndrome in horse foals.
Oh, really?
And yeah, so it's a really bad time for the foal. So in that case, I'm considering including it still, because I think it's really important that people know that you do actually need to be somewhat educated in genetics and lethal conditions when you're dealing with real life animals. With Minecraft, it's no big deal because, well, there's nothing going on in that head. I designed that head. There's nothing in there. But with like a real animal, you don't want anything bad to actually happen to them.
That's right. Yeah.
There's a lot of things that you can do that are completely harmless to the animal. So things like having the chicken be yellow instead of white or gold, like that's not going to affect its quality of life. But a lethal white foal, so one that's inherited 2 copies of a white patterning, they live for about 3 days to a week, and their bowels don't work. So
really? Oh,
yeah. So they have about a day or two to live pain-free, and after that, things get really miserable for that foal. So you ethically, you have no choice but to
I don't
euthanize.
know where our bird went. The bird has disappeared.
I think he went around this side of the house.
Okay, you guys. So you can hear Poncho. He whines. There he is. There's the bird. Fabulous. On again. Yeah. Oh, I'm just so sorry you couldn't be in the game with us, Gerbil, but I guess we'll figure that out next. All right. So
anyway, that's everything.
Yeah, he's saying feed me, stop streaming. I know he is saying that, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Megan, you're still there. Awesome. Yeah. You're welcome. And thanks again to Moki. Thank you. We'll hit our
No
end
problem.
screen
Sorry
here.
for going on so many tangents.
Yeah, no. That I mean, it's fascinating. There's so much, you guys. Another carrot for Dazzle. Thank you, John. Our horse's name is Dazzle, and how many carrots is that now? I've lost track. 8 carrots, Emmy. 9 now. Sidious has given another one. It's usually about 10 on average now, if I have a 3-hour stream. So, lucky horse. Lucky horse.
It'll be a
Yeah,
happy
10
horse.
now.
Yeah. I'm not going to be rating anyone. I'm just going to be shutting this. Another carrot. Seriously? That's
Well, I'm
11.
going to be going back to our friend Azula, who's having attempt number 2 at his 24-hour anniversary stream.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah. So he's got about
Oh, yeah, sure.
12 hours to go.
Okay. All right, 5:30 here. We've gone on another 30 minutes, but this has been fascinating. Yeah. Thanks again, Moki.
Oh yeah, it's no problem. Anytime really.
Yeah.
I guess I'll sign off now.
Alrighty.
I'm not sure what the norm is here.
No, it's cool. You can hang out and chat here for just a second, and we'll say goodnight to everybody else.